Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Sir, we have to wait for 10 minutes to join. It's only 9:47. 10 o'clock will exactly
Good
start.
day. Atun, sir. Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. Sir, good morning. Unmute.
Yeah. Good morning, Naresh
Good
Reddy.
morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Shekhar. Yeah.
Good morning, Saigar, sir.
Principal, sir. Yeah. Anna, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All senior professors, senior professor, Palamuri University.
Register. Osmania register.
Sanapana, hi.
Anna, good morning.
So you're at home, Anna, or in the office?
I'm at home, Anna. Tomorrow I'm going
Okay,
to
okay.
Sir. Madam, good morning.
Morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
So good morning, one and all.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes.
Good morning, Shekhar.
Hello, sir. Good morning. Chennappa, sir. Good morning. Naresh,
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Vinapadunదా?
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Voice is clear.
అందరు
Voice is
బొమ్మలు
clear.
కనిపిస్తాయిగా?
Video is not visible.
కవిత మేడం వినబడట్లేదు. అన్మ్యూట్ చేయాలి. నరేష్ సార్ మంచిగా ఉంది. చెన్నప్ప సార్ క్లియర్ ఉంది.
సార్ నేను వినిపించలేదా సార్?
రైట్ వినిపిస్తుంది. కొద్దిగా స్లో వస్తుంది మేడం.
ఓకే
సార్ మాట్లాడండి సార్.
Good morning, sir. వినబడుతుందా?
సార్ కొంచెం మంచిగా ఉంది. నరేష్ సార్ గంగారు సార్ గట్టిగా వినిపిస్తుంది.
గంగాధర్ సార్ మాట్లాడండి ఒకసారి.
Good morning, sir.
గంగాధర్ సార్ మాట్లాడాలి. వాయిస్ టెస్టింగ్. రంజని మేడం టెస్టింగ్.
Good morning, Babu.
మార్నింగ్ సార్ శేఖర్ సార్ ఓకే మై వాయిస్
మేడం వినిపిస్తుంది. స్లో వస్తుంది మేడం.
గట్టిగా మాట్లాడుతున్నా సార్.
అంటే స్పీకర్ మీరు మాట గట్టిగానే ఉంది. వాయిస్ రికగ్నిషన్ స్లో ఉంది.
సార్ చెన్నప్ప సార్ హౌ ఇస్ మై వాయిస్?
Madam, good morning, madam.
Morning.
వాయిస్ ఎట్లా సార్?
Voice బాగుంటుంది, madam.
టెస్టింగ్ అంటే క్లారిటీ
శేఖర్, come.
All
Seven.
okay. Shekhar, okay na? Voice is clear.
ఇప్పుడు
నేను మాట్లాడన్నప్పుడు నువ్వు రావాలి. కూర్చొని స్టార్ట్ అయ్యేదాకా ఇన్ని ఉంది.
సార్
Yes.
can you start the program?
స్టార్ట్
Madam,
ఎంతమంది జాయిన్ అయ్యారు చూడు.
10 అయింది, sir.
So, shall I start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Dean Department of Commerce, Dean.
Where is Dean?
Yes, ma'am. You start.
ఉన్నారా?
Sir, your internet connection is unstable.
Oh.
సార్
నవీన్ రా.
సార్ ఇప్పటి వరకు మన వాళ్ళకే ఉండే లింక్. ఇప్పుడు కంప్లీట్ గా మిగతా టీచర్లు కూడా ఇస్తున్నాను. The link is given for only teachers and principals. Remaining all comes under the YouTube.
నవీన్
సార్ లేట్ అవుతుంది. సార్ ఓపెన్ చేయండి, వీడియో ఓపెన్ చేయండి. కృష్ణ చైతన్య సార్ వీడియో ఓపెన్ చేయండి.
ఇన్ని ఉండవు ఇటువైపు. వచ్చింది కదా, వచ్చేసింది. నా వాయిస్ పోతుంది అలా.
వస్తుంది సార్. గంగాధర్ సార్ వినబడుతుంది. స్టార్ట్ చేయండి మేడం.
ఎస్, స్టార్ట్ మ్యామ్.
Good morning to one and all for online workshop on research methodology and project work preparation for BCom 6th sem students. This workshop on research methodology is designed to make you feel comfortable and sensitize you towards exploring the academic interest. On this occasion, I, Professor S. Kavita Devi, on behalf of Department of Commerce, I welcome you all for the inaugural session of research methodology and preparation of the project work. It feels privileged to inform you that nearly 300 plus college teachers and the people attending through online mode and 15,000 students through YouTube are attending this workshop today. College's online link has been shared to you, the college representatives, all the faculty, principals, since Zoom link is available only for 300 members. I think the principal and the heads of the department arrange e-classrooms or with OHP PPT for all your students in one room for the interaction of the attendance. The college has to send the Google Tactics for the college's students' attendance present for online workshops of e-classrooms through WhatsApp in the group. Now, I call three functionaries of the Department of Commerce, Osmania University, and the guests of this workshop by inviting and introducing. I take privilege to invite and introduce for this online workshop Professor M. Gangadhar, Head Department of Commerce. Professor M. Gangadhar is a distinguished professor of commerce and currently serves as Head Department of Commerce at Osmania University, Hyderabad. With over 27 years of rich,
వాయిస్
he holds the administrative position as a Dean Faculty of Commerce, Osmania University. He works as a Vice Principal at BCom College, Hyderabad, Nizam College, and Koti Women's College. He is a member of many committees at Osmania University and also governing body member for many colleges. Professor M. Gangadhar has
వాయిస్ వస్తుంది
national and international conference. In his credit, he published 22 papers in various national and international journals. I welcome you, sir.
యా
Now it's my honor to invite and introduce today's chief guest, Professor Gaddam Naresh Reddy, Registrar of Osmania University. Professor Gaddam Naresh Reddy, Distinguished Professor of Commerce and Registrar of Osmania University. His area of interest is accounting and finance. He has 26 years of teaching and research experience. He has published 60 research papers in a reputed national and international journal. He authored 17 books and edited 7 books. He has developed 6 video lessons and translated 38 MOOC modules. He attended and presented research papers in 45 seminars. He received the Best Teacher by the Telangana government, the Best Research Paper Award on the 3 occasions at All India Accounting Conference. He has organized many national and international seminars and conferences. He has 15 PhDs been awarded and 2 postdoctorates and 18 doctoral scholars are currently working under his supervision. He has completed UGC major research projects. He has been a member
రండ్రా బాబు
Telangana State Set and
స్టార్ట్
was a
అయ్యే
for University College of Commerce and Business Management, Osmania University. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Now it's my privilege to invite and introduce today's guest of honor, Professor D. Chennappa, Registrar of Palamur University, Mahbubnagar. Professor D. Chennappa is a Senior Professor of Commerce, Osmania University. Presently, he is holding the responsibility of Registrar of Palamur University, Mahbubnagar. He obtained his MCom, MPhil, and PhD degree from Osmania University, Hyderabad, and MBA from IGNOU. He has 33 years of teaching and research experience. He authored 4 books and edited 20 books. He got published many articles at international and national journals. He conducted many national and international seminars. Participated in the 3 international conferences held in USA and more than 70 national seminars held at national level. Under his guidance, supervisors, 2 MPhil and 14 PhDs have been awarded. He is the UGC Research Awardee, Telangana State Best Teacher Awardee, IPA Best Commerce Faculty Award, and the Osmania University Vice Chancellor Award. He adorned many administrative positions. Few among them are served as NCC officer, NSS coordinator, warden, vice principal, and chief warden for the University Mess and Hostel, principal of University College of Commerce and Business Management, and principal for CG College, Hyderabad. He served as a dean chairperson for Board of Studies and as a committee chairperson for many colleges and universities in Telangana. Professor D. Chennappa is a founder and executive editor for Osmania Journal of International Business Studies and also an editor board member for various reputed international and national journals. He is the president of Telangana Teachers Commerce Association and Global Research Welfare Society Publication. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your good words.
Now I am happy to invite and introduce Professor K. Krishna Chaitanya, Dean Faculty of Commerce, Osmania University. Professor K. Krishna Chaitanya, Professor of Commerce, present Dean Faculty of Commerce, Osmania University, and previously worked as a chairman, Board of Studies in Commerce, Osmania University, Head Department of Commerce at Telangana Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Koti, and Director, Directorate of Admission, Telangana Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Koti. Professor Krishna Chaitanya was also a youth welfare officer, Osmania University. He is having more than 30 years of teaching experience in finance and marketing. He participated in various national and international conferences. He published more than 20 research articles in various reputed national and international journals. Presently, he is guiding 8 PhD scholars. He has done one minor research project, was sponsored by UGC. He published more than 5 books. He is also a resource person for various national seminars and workshops. He was a nodal officer at OUCW 40. He is a member in different committees at University College of Women. Welcome, you, sir.
Good morning.
Now I'm delighted to invite and introduce Professor A. Patrick, Chairman, Board of Studies, Department of Commerce, Osmania University. Professor A. Patrick, recipient Professor of Commerce, Chairman, Board of Studies, and also a Public Relations Officer, Osmania University. He holds an informed MBA and PhD with qualification in Commerce and Management. For 27 years, administrative controller of examination, joint director of administration University. He translated many English modules in organizational theory,
Right,
behavior,
but your disturbance was clear.
Regularly, he is the resource person for Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University teleconferences. Professor Patrick has trained professionals across India, including ISRO, scientists, and executives. Many papers at national international seminars and authored 2 books. He supervises 6 PhD scholars. His awards and recognition at his credits are IPA Best Commerce Faculty Award, Institutional of Practical Accounting, Hyderabad. His area of expertise is accounting, marketing, strategic management, quantitative techniques, research methodology, and soft skills. I welcome you, sir. Now it's my honor to invite and introduce Professor Indrakanti Shekhar, Principal of University College of Commerce and Business Management, University. Professor Indrakanti Shekhar is the Professor, Department of Commerce and Principal of University College of Commerce and Business Management, Osmania University. Qualification MCom, MBA, LLB, 24 years of teaching experience. His teaching specialization, accounting, taxation, and his supervision, 3 PhDs awarded and 6 PhDs are undergoing. He is a subject expert and resource person for many institutions, including UGC, HRDC, state government, college education, and state government social welfare and tribal welfare, and Internet Board of Education. He was awarded as a Professor of Commerce for the year 2008 by the Tutor Prize Hyderabad and Civil Award 2018. He published 38 articles in national and international. He presented 54 research papers in national and international seminars. He published 4 books. He is a member in editorial board of Manjira Journal of Research in Social Sciences, Government Degree College, Hyderabad. He is also an executive committee member of Indian Accounting Association and Telangana Commerce Association, the treasurer of All India Accounting Association, Hyderabad branch. He is a member in Bar Council of Hyderabad and Osmania Teachers Association. He was additional controller of examination. He has been rendered service as a placement coordinator last 10 years. I welcome you, sir.
Good morning. Thank you, madam.
Now I welcome and I request our head Department of Commerce, Professor M. Gangadhar, to give his welcome address.
Gangadhar, sir.
I request our head Department of Commerce, Professor M. Gangadhar, sir, to give the welcome address.
So good morning, everybody. So warm welcome you all for this program and respected today chief guest of this program, Professor Gaddam Naresh Reddy, Registrar of Osmania University, and Sunnappa, guest of honor, Registrar of the Palamuru University, and Professor Krishna Chaitanya, Dean Faculty of Commerce, and Professor Indrakanti Shekhar, Principal of UCC BM, Patrick, Chairperson, BOS, Department of Commerce, and C.V. Ranjani, Professor, and yes, Kavita Ma'am, Kavita Devi, convener of this program, and the various college students and the teachers of coming to this program. So I would like to mention only for what are the benefits of the BCom projects. And one of the key milestone of this project, including BCom project on your resumes, demonstrative of your practical applications of the business concept, highlighting to the key skills like a data analysis, financial management, communication, and problem solving, making you a more attractive to the candidate for the entry levels. Commerce role by the showcasing your ability to the real world business scenario. And I will tell to the only for I will not take to the much more time of yours. And after BCom, we are going to do project to the group. And after higher education, those who are going to the MCom and MBA other courses, and there will be going for only doing a project only for the individuals. And there anybody is going to the interviews or for the sector, and they will asking for the or your skills on project. And at the time we will give the good analysis or good data analysis, they will find the and they will get the job. And this is an initiative taken by the Commerce Department, and very skilled teachers are giving to your project and project report and the data analysis and research methodology. And all the students, you this opportunity and this platform properly you utilize, and you learn more and more, and you can skill ability, you can improve to your project reports. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir, for your guidance. Now, I request that we just Professor Gaddam Naresh Reddy, the Registrar of Osmania University, to give his message.
Yeah, thank you, madam. Good morning. Now it is my privilege to be part of this program. So the program is on research methodology and project report preparation. Especially this is focused on the graduate students. So respected Professor M. Gangadhar, Head Department of Commerce, Professor D. Channappa, Guest of Honor of this program, Registrar Palmer University, and Senior Professor in the department, Professor K. Krishna Chaitanya, Dean Faculty of Commerce, Professor A. Patrick, Chairperson Board of Studies in Commerce, Professor Indrakanti Shekhar, Principal, University College of Commerce and Business Management, Professor S. Kavita Devi, Convener of the program, and all the teachers working in the Department of Commerce, and the teachers working with affiliated and autonomous colleges, and especially students from the different colleges under the purview of Osmania University. Yeah, this is a good practice, and not only that, the legacy which we are continuing. So previously also we have conducted these types of programs for teachers separately and students separately. Now anyhow, I request all the teachers, those who are guiding the BCom students in the project preparation, that you please go through the recent developments which are taking place in the different areas. For example, if you read the business newspapers regularly, there are different trending terms or the trending words are there. So with the trending words, we can also suggest the students to do the project. And for example, you can take very frequently, not only that, repeatedly, here we are reading every day a word which is called sustainability. So the focus is sustainability. Now, as a finance teacher, you can use this word sustainable finance, sustainable investments. Now you can also tell the students to do research by selecting few companies about their sustainable investments like. Now as a marketing, sustainable HR. Now like that, we have to use this word and try to do different projects in the form of different subjects. Now we have the subjects like banking, insurance, accounting, now cost accounting, management accounting, financial management like human resource management. Now not only that, we are also so many times which we are finding and reading the word which is called climate changes. So what is the impact of these climate changes on the different functional areas of the business? So that also you can try to consider, for example, climate finance. Now, based on that, so the same you can also try to do research in agriculture. Now, the amount which they are investing to manage the climate changes like. Now, not only that, we are also every day here we are reading, listening, and if you browse also, we will get another important word which is called AI. Now, so much of research is going on. Now, I am not suggesting you to do research on the development of AI, but we have to do the research on what is the role of AI or what is the impact of AI in accounting decisions, in finance decisions, in marketing decisions, in HR decisions. Now, all the functional areas, how this artificial intelligence is going to impact. So, as a BCom student, you can take one functional area or few companies, and you can also work out on what is the role of AI in accounting, like how accounting which is going to be changed. For example, we are using different packages relating to accounting. Now, with the intervention of the AI, how this accounting process is going to change. Now, not only that, we can also try to identify how much time which we are going to save, how much accuracy which we are going to initiate, and how much cost which we have to reduce. Like now, for example, here we are reading in the newspapers that DeepSeek. Now, this is like a Chat GPT, but there are so many advantages are there compared to the Chat GPT. Like that, even India is also developing AI tools. Now we are also in the process of development of AI tools like a DeepSeek, which is developed by the China. Now we are also here uh, reading big data, machine learning. Not only that, ESG, circular economy. Now these days, this is a very big challenge to the governments, individuals, companies also. So circular economy is very simple. How this waste management. So waste management becomes a big subject. Out of waste management also we will have a problem of e-waste management. Now the paper and all other. Now you can also take a municipal waste or garbage from the different houses. Now what is the role of the finance, the marketing, the HR like? Now we are also experienced at the time of COVID-19 edtech. Now the online learning. Now so many courses which they are offering online. Now some of the courses are free, some of the courses are we have to pay something. Now MOOCs also there. Now you can also work out on the different MOOCs courses, and you can also try to make a study on what is the impact of MOOCs courses on the learning of become students like. So like that you can take. Now the another important word which are also here digital payments or UPI payments. So what is the impact of UPI payments? Now we are we are even for the purpose of payment of 1 rupee, 10 rupees also we are using the app-based payments. So how these app-based payments, which are influencing the lifestyle of a vegetable vendor, like you can also take a small study and go through the vegetable vendors and what is the impact of these app-based payments on their payments and receipts like. So there is no need to do a big study because your time is very short, and because of that time shortage, now the topics which you have to consider is very very important. Now I request the teachers from all the colleges, you please go through the developments which are taking place and work on it. You can also discuss with your students that you are going to guide, and you make them to do the research with very small topics you can give, and there is no need to do research on a big topics now because it takes time, it takes a cost like. So it is a very difficult. So that's why how we have to do the research by taking a very simple topics and by taking a simple data from a different target audience or the different target groups like. So with these few words, I thank the organizers, especially head of the department, dean, chairperson, principal, and convener of the program. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable suggestions. Also upgrade the knowledge with AI technologies in accounts, finance, and economics. Now I request our guest of honor, Professor B. Chennappa, Registrar of Palamur University, to give his speech.
Good morning, madam. At the outset, I love to see you one and all again and again. Really the chief guest of this function, Professor Gaddam Naresh Reddy, convener of the program, Professor Indrakanti Sekhar, coordinator of the program, Professor Kavita Devi, Head Department of Commerce, Professor M. Gangadhar, Dean Faculty of Commerce, Professor Krishna Chaitanya, Chairman BOS, Professor Patrick, and eagerly waiting when my turn will come. I'd like to see that Professor C.V. Ranjani to speak about a good research methodology. Then again, I very delighted to see the many people on the screen from the various colleges and affiliated colleges, constant colleges. And again, I'm very delighted to see that some of the students from to the Mancheriala. Good morning to Mancheriala girls students. Again, good morning to the Kottagudem girls students. Faculties who are given their video clippings like Narsimlu and many people. And again, I'm looking even the YouTube also. Many people are scrolling, but scroll about only subject, don't scroll about any other things. Then with this, really, I'm delighted to speak few words. And really, I thank the head of the department, particularly Convener Professor Indrakanti Sekhar, with the help of the Kavita Devi. Reason is we started this concept 4 years back when I was the head of the department. With the collaboration of the Telangana State Council for Higher Education, again in association with the Commissioner of College Education, with the help of the Gajendra and officials, we started this program. Really, it has been continuing. This is a very proud moment to me to participate in this moment because of the legacy. As Chief Guest mentioned that the legacy of the department should be continued. Really, I feel very delighted and honored to them. Then when we organize any kind of program, there is a massive participation is there. We can see that more than 2,000 students were into the YouTube channel and around 298 into the even the Zoom channel. So almost all we are reaching the 2,500 students really who are going to speak the topics and who are going to present that content. Definitely that is going to be held. Then being invited me as a guest of honor, being a senior faculty and always love to interact with the students. I would like to focus on to the students find why this research methodology and project report preparation workshop and what it is going to benefit to you then. First, my dear students, as our earlier chief guest stated that knowledge is a power, you know that. We have to discover the new knowledge. Lot of India is a knowledge one. It is a knowledge-based society now. To discover new knowledge, some small knowledge, definitely this kind of workshop, when you do some kind of project, definitely that is going to help to you then. Then this kind of workshop definitely would like to give some stigma, some aptitude would like to develop among even the BCom final year students also. The stigma should be there, the genesis should be there, interest should be there, passion should be there to do the certain research work. Now, very recently we attended even the intermediate board syllabus revision committee also, they would like to launch this project at intermediate level. Because of, we asked why it is, because of the knowledge powers of the student has gone tremendously. Therefore, even into the fourth semester terminal course is there, definitely you should inculcate your stigma, and that should be put up into the practice to bring out certain good project work is there. Again, you can see that as our earlier speaker mentioned that so many contemplating topics are coming. It like circular money, online money, MOOC, so many factors. They mentioned that. There's a contemplating topics, new topics, how you are going to be observing to the new topic because of your living into the new society now. Online society now you are going to live it. Therefore, that is necessary when you participate, when you do certain kind of project works, definitely you are going to be uh, part of the society for it. Then, as I mentioned that now those days were gone, chalk and talk. Now it has come to the experimental learning now. Experiment learning means what we are teaching, you have to experiment it into the society. Commerce and social science, we don't have any laboratories. The society is a big laboratory for all the social science faculty members. So in the social science, you have to be experiment. Now the one online is there. Now the digital payment is there. Now take to that digital payment. Is it successful? Is it useful? What extent it is useful? How best it is a financial inclusion is taking places. That's we are expecting from to the students. So we are looking toward the experimental outcome from to the BCom final year students. Again, we would like to learn from the students problem oriented to the solution oriented, not look for to the only problem, better to come out with the solution. Definitely there is a problem, 100% there is a solution. Whatever the problem, it is a social problem or economic problem or online fraud problem or cyber problem, any problem is there, just to identify it, then try to come out with the solutions. That could be necessary to come out with your project report. Again, definitely when you go into the society to do some little research work, definitely you can find the certain hidden truth. Achi nijalu antam. That hidden truth also there is a necessary to identify and expose to the society now. Now you can see that the cyber crime, financial crime, how it is coming. Just you come out with the certain small truth, then you communicate to the world. Definitely your project is going to be solved and definitely you are going to get the full marks out of it. Again, now this project means it's a systematic approach. Of course, now coming speakers, they will take elaboratively, step by step with the PPT. Now that the systematic approach should be the inculcated in your lifestyle also. It will help you once, now we're in the classroom, very protected zone is there. Once you go to the society, definitely know that how the society is there. And that society, how you can live a very systematic manner. That is a very essential for it. Apart from that, my focus is onto this improving your knowledge. We are into the now again interdisciplinary approach, multidisciplinary approach, and societal approach, and we want to application oriented approach. In this, just confine into the booking, mugging, and drawing left and right, debit and credit, getting about the complete solution. Now that the society is not expecting now. The higher education system also not expecting now. You have to come out with the very complex to easy one. That's we are expecting from that. Then now you are an individual now. As of now, individual. I do know that for BCom project report also permitted to do about the group projects, but also it is a very small group is there. But once you complete the undergraduation, definitely you have to go to the mass. Definitely how to live into the society. The society it has own lessons. Like water, it has own lessons, own principles. Water should falls where the downside is there. Like money will flow the when money is more and more. Like the society has, it is a own culture, it is a own environment. In that environment, you have to live about it. So we would like to take to you live as a social human beings also. When you are approaching and collecting some data, or the society is then coming out, then definitely you are, as I mentioned, that small four groups, you are going to become as a social group, and out of the social group, you can learn the group dynamisms also. If you learn the dynamisms, definitely it will help you. Then finally, of course, so many people are there to address you. Then finally, I would like to express that then research skills are very, very important for you. You have to learn the research skills. It is a best platform and starting platform for you then. It is a wonderful platform, undergraduate students. I know that your knowledge capability, now the knowledge based society is there. Lot of knowledge is available on your fingertip. Therefore, we are expecting that some wonderful research will come. The research should be, as our earlier speaker, our interest is also Department of Commerce, particularly Osmania University and even the Palamur University, who are there. From the students, what we are expecting means some innovative ideas, some innovative thought, some out of the box, some reality, truth, some acceptability, the answers by the society. These are we are expecting from your project. I hope so that definitely all our graduates, more than 2,000 graduates, are listening carefully. Kindly put up your hard work, develop your stigma, and make it some problem to the solutions, and from to the individual to the society to the, you are going to become a dynamics to the group dynamics, and make it as a wonderful project. With this hope, with these directions, the department is working. And from the Department of Commerce and Palamur University, Usman City, I wish you good luck, all the best. Again, I take the honor to hats up to our Commerce Department to take up, and definitely the legacy will continue. With
Thank
this,
you.
all the people, thank you very much for patiently listening. Have a great day. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much, sir, for your motivation and support. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.
Now I request Dr. Krishna Chaitanya, Dean Faculty of Commerce, to address the online gallery.
Good morning. This is not coming. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I think the screen is open. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Good
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah, today's chief guest from Dignitary, Registrar of Osmania City, and the guest of honor, Professor V. Chandaka, okay, and the senior country teacher, principal of the college, and convener of the program, and Professor Kavita Devi, the coordinator of the program, and Professor Anthony, and Professor Patrick, and all other teachers, and applicable teachers from our University of University Function College teachers, and other college teachers, and all the participants from different colleges, and my students. Yeah, first thing I always get it from Dr. Prasad we cover all the topics.
సార్ కొద్దిగా వాయిస్ డిఫరెన్స్ వస్తుంది చూడండి ఎక్కడో
Voice,
వాయిస్ క్లారిటీ లేదు ఒక్కసారి చెక్
yeah, 1 second. Naveen,
వస్తుంది వాయిస్ వస్తుంది కానీ క్లారిటీ లేదు అందరు మెసేజ్ చేస్తున్నారు
Avuna, now it's okay.
నౌ ఇట్స్ లిటిల్ బిట్ బెటర్
Little better. So I should increase my voice.
ఇప్పుడు బాగుంది
Yeah.
కంటిన్యూ ప్లీజ్
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Bensosa. Yeah. Coming to the point, of course, it's a program conducted by the Department of Commerce. Really, it's the legacy of the Commerce Department. We are continuing. No, it's okay now.
Yeah, okay.
It's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, just now the Telangana was telling that he has started the program. Really, department always continues the legacy of the department. Really. Yeah, whatever good things goes on in the department, we will be continuing whoever the head, dean, chairman. But it is departmental program. We will take it as departmental program, not by the name or person. Good thing that I definitely as dean I could appreciate the head and Professor Indrakant Shekhar taking support of Kavita Devi and conducting this program Indian nights. They're coming down to the point, we are the subject related to become students, right? So, we are conducting program for strengthen the become students regarding research. Of course, it's not, I don't think that it's the BCom students will go on their research because early also for BCom students, but the legacy is there, the program is there, we are continuing from so many years. But definitely we should motivate the students. That is what we are doing now. Even now, Professor Sir was telling, recently I attended Intimate Board. So they are in line of introducing the research program in the Intimate Board courses, right? So definitely we have to strengthen our students. That's what we are doing, and definitely they should be in a good position, and in the position in the sense they should be in a position to identify the topic and go on their own research when they are there in PhD program. So now definitely ask the teachers, those who are guiding the students in degree level, they have to select good topics. They have topics related. Professor Narendra sir was telling that the program topics from different areas. So Chandrabasan was telling other different areas. Even now I will like to tell you. The area, of course, the AI is not, we cannot say that AI is a topic nowadays. You can select AI or the things from agricultural area, new things, simply research. Simply the things that the students is in a position to learn new things. Usually nothing but new things. Getting knowledge. Knowledge is fact and truth. Whatever research you are doing, that should be fact. That should be truth. Yeah. So I request all the teachers, those who are guiding the students, to guide them in a proper way, to motivate them in a proper way to select the topic, how to select the topic, what topic should be selected, how topic should be developed, how data should be collected. Because in the BCom level, of course, they are new to the program. So it's the job of the duty of teachers, those who are guiding the students. So they how to motivate, they how to teach them how to collect, and they how to teach them how to use the techniques, they how to teach them how to frame the objectives and how to go for hypotheses and how to use the tools and all. So that students definitely they will learn the things. So this is what the department is doing. This is what the main intention or main program's intention, I think. So department is doing well. I definitely appreciate Dr. Millicent to take up the initiative. Because I think it's because of Millicent going there. Though head and Kalka Devi are there, but the backbone of the program, I think Millicent is there. Really, Kalka Madam, thank you, ma, taking good initiative and working hard on this. Yeah. Thank you for giving this chance because these are
Thank you
there,
very much.
these are there
Thank you
for
very much, sir, for your inspirational words.
this and that.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, ma'am. Yeah.
Before we start the session, I would inform the guidelines for the project work. The project work is a part of prescribed curriculum to BCom. The project work is allotted to group of course students. During the fourth semester, students are expected to undergo internship at a specialist firm, government department, software organization, volunteer organization, as per the guidance of the teachers concerned. The students should get a certificate from the organization at the end of the semester. The project report would be evaluated by the external examiner as the controller of the examination from the panel submitted by the Board of Studies in Commerce. The examiner would evaluate the project report for a maximum of 35 marks and conduct viva voce examination for 50 marks. The award is duly signed would be sent to the controller of the examination. The examination will examine the following project report: survey analysis on the topic data collection, presentation, style, comprehension, graph, task description, analysis and interface, and for the study geography. The students must ensure that they make contact with the supervisor and also that they provide the supervisor with the draft and their work at a regular interval. Students are required to submit a project report on a topic related connected to the trade, industry, and commerce. Project can be done by taking the information from the selective organization, focusing on areas like marketing, finance, human resources, operations, general management, etc. Project should be practical, study of the problem, issue, opportunity, technique, or the or some of the combination of these aspects of the
Voice
discussion.
problem
The students are required to define an area of investigation,
voice
analysis the data
problem.
drawn conclusion, and make the recommendation. Now we have three sessions. First session by Professor C.V. Ranjini, introduction and selection of the project. Second session by Professor A. Patrick, Chairman, Board of Studies, presentation and methodology of data analysis. And the third session by Professor Indrakanti Shekhar, BCom on presentation about the project report. Still, if you have any queries regarding the certificate download or any other matters, will be clarified by Professor Indrakanti Shekhar, Principal, UPCBM, after the completion of all the three sessions. Now, it's time for the first session. I introduce Professor C.V. Ranjini, the topic of introduction and selection of the project. I invite Professor Ranjini Madam. Professor Ranjini, C.V. Ranjini is a professor, Department of Commerce, Osmania University, Hyderabad, and also the director, Human Capital Development Center, OU. Her qualification, MCom, MBA, PhD. Award, Gold Medal for securing highest aggregate college for MCom. She has 25 years of teaching experience. She holds the administrative position as the first Vice Principal of Nizam College. She was the coordinator for the Osmania Centenary celebration. She has held a various positions such as MSS, ICS coordinator at Department of Commerce at Nizam College. She authored more than 50 research articles which got published in national and international journals, and she has translated it and more models in the digital marketing and entrepreneurship. She is a resource person at various music academy across the country and also at affiliate colleges of Osmania University and other universities. She has recorded many video lessons at Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Open University for BCom, MCom, and MBA students in classes in GD Yadagiri channel. Dr. P.V. Ranjini has organized seminars and workshops at national and international levels. She also chaired various national and international seminars, also new diploma courses. She presented papers on various accounting to marketing and different. I welcome you, ma'am, for the first session of online workshop.
Thank you, Professor Kavita. I hope you all can hear me. Am I audible? You all can hear me, my dear participants?
Very clear. You can continue.
Fine. So, on behalf of my mother institution, Osmania University, a very warm greetings to all the dignitaries to this project report workshop. I begin with two registrars who are there in this meet, Professor D. Chennappa from Palamuri University and Professor Naresh Reddy of Osmania University. We also have the principal of University College of Commerce and
Others,
Business
please make it
Management,
mute.
Indirakanti Shekhar sir, the convener of the program, Kavita ma'am. Also, we have the Dean Faculty of Commerce, Professor K. Krishnapathy sir, the Head Department of Commerce, Professor Gangadhar sir. A very warm greeting to all of you all. And a very warm greeting to all the teachers, faculty members, principals who are coordinating this project report workshop at your colleges. And a very warm, happy morning and warm greetings to all my dear students who are participating and listening to this project report workshop. And as you can see, my dear teachers, can you all see my PowerPoint presentation? Is it reviewable?
Yes, it's clear.
Fine, thank you, sir. So if you see, my dear teachers and my dear students, my topic today is identification of research topic. So we talk about how do you identify a research.
మేడం అన్మ్యూట్ చేయండి మేడం మ్యూట్ అయింది అన్మ్యూట్
ఇప్పుడు వినిపిస్తుందా సార్ నౌ రైట్ ఫైన్. So my dear students, once you finish this session, you should be able to generate ideas that will help in the drawings of selecting a suitable research topic for you all. Then you should be in a position to identify the attributes of a good research topic. Then whatever attributes you have identified, my dear students, you should be in a position to turn your research ideas into research projects with clear research questions and objectives, and finally draft a research proposal. So these would be the flow of the presentation today, my dear teachers, on identifying the research topic. So before I continue, if you see, I have written, is your project a trash or a treasure? I begin with this. The reason is, if you have seen all the dignitaries who have spoken, they have said how important project report is and how the Department of Commerce and Osmania University has pioneered and how it has created a legacy in conducting such research project works since so many number of years. And also, as you have seen, as director for Human Capital Development Center, my dear students, whenever a recruiter, whenever an HR from companies come for recruitment, the first question they ask us, any placement officer it may be, is, do your students have project work? It may be in the undergraduate level or in the postgraduate level. The moment we answer yes, they are very happy. They are not concerned with the marks what you got in the different subject. They are concerned mostly about the project work. The project work will make you get placed in good organization, as you have seen the two registers when they were speaking. And also, I would like to tell you one, like recently, in last week when I was hearing the news, there was one surprising news which I have heard, which tells 23% of Harvard University management graduates are unemployed. I repeat, my dear students, 23% of Harvard University management graduates are unemployed this year. So it is what's so very shocking. Getting a seat in a Harvard University is such a great achievement. And when you join Harvard University, you feel your life is settled, you get placed, and you will earn a big, huge amount of money. But if you see, the surprise is 23% of Harvard University management graduates are unemployed, because all of your undergraduate students, once you finish this, you would like to join in a management course or a postgraduate course. So that is what your dream is. And this is the shocking reality what we are facing. The reason these 23% are unemployed is because they lack skills. They have a certificate, they have marks, they have good grades, but they lack in skills. These days, employers or recruiters want skills like creative thinking, skills like emotional intelligence, skills like communication skills like computer skills like analytical skills like team building, teamwork, how you are in a position to work in teams, skill like how can you solve the problem. This is what employers are looking for in employees when they are recruiting you. So my dear students, wonderful students who are listening in this Zoom meet, this project work, which the Department of Commerce has introduced, will teach you all these skills: communication skills, team building skills, creative thinking, emotional intelligence, creative skills, communication, writing, and reading, and also speaking, isn't it? So that's the reason why this project work was introduced in the Department of Commerce. And also, if you have listened to Professor Chennappa, he said the Board of Intermediate is also willing to keep this project work in the intermediate curriculum, because only marks are not important these days for getting employment. And also, my dear students, you're all undergraduate students, probably you want to do two things. One, do your post-graduation or get a job, or third one, go abroad and study. For all these three things, project will be useful. For employment, the first thing what employer will ask is what project you have done. For study abroad also, if you want to go and study abroad, maybe Canada, maybe US, or any country, my dear students, the first filter what these countries have when they want to give you admission into any of their MS courses abroad is what area you have done your project work. So that important your project is, like for you to get placed in a good company, for you to go abroad and study, for you to get in your post-graduation also, if you want to pursue your post-graduation also, this would be useful. So important is your project work in the curriculum, but most of the time you feel that is a routine, what you call just a normal routine subject. You go to the nearby Xerox shop, or you go online, you search online, you download a project which is already existing online. You just change the roll number, you just change the college name, you just change the name of the candidate, and you just submit it, get your degree. But at the end of the day, my dear students, what you have to very strongly register in your mind, your certificate will not give you jobs. Your certificate will not give you an opportunity to study abroad. Only your skill, your communication skill, your confidence, your creativity, your problem solving skills, your computer skills, it may be, your team building skills, your analytical skills, whatever you have, only will give you jobs, or only will give you an opportunity to study abroad, for which your project work is the first step, what you have to take seriously. So on this note, my dear teachers and students, you have to keep in mind, do you want just a degree in your hand, and you want to go to the nearby Xerox shop, buy a project, throw it on the face of the evaluators when they come to evaluate, get marks, and lose on what all I have told, isn't it? Like, you want to get a job, you want to go abroad, you want to pursue a higher education, your project work would be useful. So it is time for you, my dear students, to think what you want to do. Do you want to copy? Do you want to download from the internet and submit it to your college? Or do you want to seriously work on a real-time project? And my dear students, many of the time, no, we think doing a real project is tough. Like, whenever we go to colleges and give lectures like this, and whenever we ask questions, my dear students, do you think doing project work is tough? 90% of the students raise their hand. They tell, yes, it is difficult. Doing a project work is difficult. I cannot do it. How do I do it? Like, if it is a subject, we have a syllabus, we have a question paper, we have a teacher to teach. But when it comes to project, we lack in all these things. So project work is not rocket science, my dear teachers and students. It is as simple as it is. And choosing a research topic is also not rocket science, is as simple as it is. Just turn to your right, just turn to your left, north and south. Just see what is going on around you. You will get a project title in a jiffy, in a fraction of a second. For example, the best and the easiest way to do a real and original project is go online, download a financial statement of any company, type a company, Google, Infosys, Tata, Birla, any company. The financial statements are not a secret document anymore. It is available in their website, an open document. Just download those financial statements, my dear students. The ratios, what you have learned in your undergraduate level, use few of the ratios, interpret and analyze, interpret the numbers, turn into words, present it beautifully, and submit. That could be the easiest and the simplest. The comparative statements, what you have learned, the common size statements, what you have learned, the trend analysis, whatever you have learned. All those things you can do, isn't it? You can do wonders with the financial statements, which is easily available online. So easiest and the simplest way of doing a project, original, not going to the nearby Xerox shop, not downloading from the website, changing the name and the roll number and the college and submitting. Don't you think it is so easy? Okay, chalo, let us discuss few more things as to how we can do. Take any app from which you do shopping, maybe Nykaa, maybe Amazon, maybe Meesho, maybe Flipkart, maybe Blinkit, maybe Zepto. Take any app, then whatever app I have used, the Ola app, the Uber app, these all the whatever apps, these are few because my time is only 30 minutes. So in this, see the examples of the apps, whatever I have used right now, 1 minute before, we use it in our day-to-day life. Every day we use these apps. Just to do what are the product strategies of Amazon? What are the pricing strategies of Amazon? Promotion strategies of Amazon? Isn't it such an easy way of choosing a topic? Isn't it? It's so easy. You need not go to the nearby Xerox shop. You need not download for a project, isn't it? It's projects. The title of the project may not be bombastic, but the title of the project may not be out of the world. It is not such that you need not understand. Simple topics which is surrounding you, whatever I have told you, financial statements, doing ratios, product strategies of Amazon, pricing strategies of Flipkart, promotion strategies of Myntra, all these things we use every day. No, it's not very difficult. Now, otherwise, let us discuss few more. Like you might have heard the word moonlighting, isn't it, my dear students? Otherwise, you might have seen your brothers, sisters, parents, neighbors doing two jobs simultaneously. This is what is called as moonlighting in human resource management. Like let us suppose take my example, just an example, fictitious, not real. Let us suppose, as you have seen, I'm a professor in Osmania University. I've also taken a part-time job as a content creator for Amazon. So that I'm doing two jobs simultaneously. So what are the issues and challenges in moonlighting? What is the satisfaction level of employees doing such type of jobs? What is the employee productivity when I'm doing moonlighting? Don't you think can't you find 15 to 20 employees doing moonlighting? You speak with your friends, you speak with your seniors, you speak with your teachers, you speak with your neighbors in your apartment. 100% you will find 20 to 50 employees who do two or three jobs simultaneously. We call it as moonlighting. That's it. Two or three jobs. So very simple, isn't it? Don't you think doing all these things is easy? Otherwise, these days you see work from home. You see your brothers, sisters, fathers also, mothers, uncles, aunts, neighbors doing work from home. What are the challenges they are facing from the employee perspective, from the employer's perspective? So one nice, excellent project work can be done. Otherwise, if you have heard, my dear teachers, Professor Naresh was talking on artificial intelligence. If you see, artificial intelligence has captured all sectors. So what is the role of artificial intelligence in accounting? Role of artificial intelligence in finance? Like because of this artificial intelligence, what is the changing role of an accountant? Like we are all basically accountants, isn't it, my dear teachers? So this artificial intelligence, how did it change? How did the accountant's role change because of artificial intelligence? Can't we do? Otherwise, my dear teachers, like most of you all, I've seen students doing stock market investing these days. You invest in stock markets. You use many apps for investing in stock markets. Can't you take an app, and how do you do investing? What are the pros and cons of these apps of investing in stock markets? Excellent project report can be done. Otherwise, if you think, what ma'am, you're telling something difficult, how do I get my data? Okay, chalo, let us make our project work more easy. Like we do shopping these days. Let us suppose after this class, I want to have, if you see, I have a little bit of cold. My voice is not that clear. Let us suppose after this class, I want to have a cup of tea and I go to the kitchen, I find the tea is over. What do? I do Zepto, I do Blinkit, I do Big Basket, isn't it? Within 5 to 10 minutes, my tea is delivered at my doorstep. I can prepare my tea. So can't we do one simple project on Zepto, Blinkit, Big Basket, isn't it? Or otherwise, what are the products people buy? Do they buy only grocery products or convenience product through Blinkit, Zepto, and Big Basket, or do they buy different things? What are the promotional strategy of Zepto? What are the promotional strategies of Blinkit? Like for example, yesterday when I went to the nearby Kirana shop, I was just having an informal chat because I was buying. I was buying since past 25 years. I was buying grocery items from this Kirana wala who was there just 100 meters near my home. When I was having an informal chat, the Kirana wala was telling, Amma, this Blinkit, Zepto, and Big Basket, and these apps which have come, my business have come down drastically because of this. Don't you think, my dear teachers and students, we can do a wonderful project? No, just your neighbors who are surrounding in your apartments, from 50 respondents, what are the products they buy? Otherwise, you can select some 20 to 30 kirana walas who are there in your area. If you see every 100 meters, you will find a kirana shop in whatever area you're studying, you're staying. Just collect what is the impact of Blinkit, what is the impact of Zepto, what is the impact of Big Basket on your sales. Earlier, how much of sales used to make every day? Now, what is the sales? What are the reasons for the sales to come down, or is there no impact because of all these things? Are you making the sales as you used to do earlier? If you see, there is an app called as Country Delight, where we are buying milk and other products. So like when I was having a chat with the milk wala, I was telling the Country Delight app, many of them stopped buying milk from me. They are buying milk from the Country Delight. So can't you ask from the customers or from the milkwalas nearby your location or the place where you stay, because of the Country Delight app or any app, what was the impact on the sales? Did it increase? Did it decrease? Etc. Isn't it, my dear teachers and students? Doing research is not rocket science. Doing research is as simple. Selecting a topic is as simple as it is, I was saying. For most of the time, if you see, even for the kotmirs and karvepaks, isn't it? Even a 10 rupee of green leafy vegetables, whatever we buy, we are paying money online. So, my dear students, can't we select online? Like, what is the impact of online? Like, you are using your Ono app. So how many use Ono app? For what purpose you're using Ono app? What is the percentage of spending we consumers make through e-wallets? Or what are the cashless? What is the percentage of spending we make through cash and through such online transactions? What are the reasons? Etc. etc. So selecting a topic is as simple and as easy as it is. Okay, let us discuss few more. For example, these days, my dear students, if you have seen, we use social networking sites like YouTube, it may be Twitter, it may be Instagram, it may be Snapchat, it may be LinkedIn, it may be. Like whenever I ask my students how, like I teach accounting standard in my college. And as you know, accounting standard is a little bit tough to understand. So my students say, I take the help of YouTube. They learn so many things through YouTube. So what is the impact of such social networking sites on students' education? And also, once your education is over, many of you students, I have seen, you use such social networking sites like LinkedIn for your future jobs as well. So how LinkedIn is helping you get jobs? Isn't it, my dear teacher? See, if you see, since past 20 minutes, I'm just speaking about how do you select a project topic. And don't you think, my dear a student, it is as easy. The examples, probably I've taken 50 examples as of now in this 20 minutes. And don't you think, my dear students and teachers, these 50 topics, whatever we have discussed in this 20 minutes, are just normal, and are all these not out of the box? It is not something difficult, isn't it? It's all what we use in our day-to-day life. So choosing or selecting a research topic is as simple as it is. Just turn around, look as to what is going on. If you see, because of this Olas and Ubers, what is the impact of Olas and Ubers on the auto rickshaw walas? Did their income increase or decrease? Because many a times when we travel, they say this Olas and Uber, they don't give us much money. They give us only 50 or 60%. The remaining they keep. I don't get much of money. I will cancel, you book. I don't want to come. Otherwise, you pay me something extra. So what is the impact on Olas and Ubers on the auto rickshaw wala? Very, very simple. Selecting a topic is simple. So it is you, my dear teachers and students, who should decide, is your project, are you doing a project just for a degree? And once it is over, you're going to just throw it in the dustbin as a trash, or will you cherish it for a lifetime? As I have told you, these days, any employer, any recruiter is asking you when they want to recruit, what is the project, what is the title, because they want to see, check what is your creative thinking, what is your emotional intelligence, what is your communication skills, what are your analytical skills, what your problem solving skills, what is your team working or team building skills, which only the project will give you. So it will be a trash, my dear students, if you are not going to add value to the your knowledge. So listen, my dear students, your project report is not a trash. It was your treasure where you will draw riches throughout your life. The reason is your project will teach you skill, knowledge, ability, and experience, which are only useful if you are in the right place. My dear students, just tell me, why are you doing your BCom degree? Well, the reason is to get placed in a good organization, to be financially independent, isn't it? You want to settle in your life, you want to get a good job, for which your project report will be a stepping stone. So, my dear students and teachers, keep in mind, to get a job, to have a study abroad, your project work will be helpful. There are many myths among y'all. Who knows how I manage? Who knows that I downloaded from the internet? I changed the title, I changed the roll number. My dear teachers and students, the evaluators are more intelligent and sharp than you are. You may be thinking, who will read my project? Can examiners make out what I have done? I have gone to the nearby Xerox shop. I've downloaded it from the internet. Yes, we do know. Once Viva is over, the value of the project is lost. As I always say, I just tell you a small story over here. There was once a bird which was speaking with a cow. It was on the tree. It was speaking to the cow. It said, I am unable to fly high and sit on the top of the tree. So the cow says, okay, chalo, every day you eat little bit of my shit. So you will get some energy and you will be in a position to you will be in a position to fly high and sit on the top of the tree. Then the bird thought, okay, chalo, let me give a try. And every day it started eating a little bit of shit. So after 1 week, it could fly this much high. After 2 weeks, this much. After 3 weeks, this much. Finally, it could fly high and sit on the top of the tree. Then somebody from far away sees that particular bird on the tree, and they just shoot it, and it falls down and dies a natural death. I told you this story, my dear teachers and students, for you to understand. Bullshit might get you to the top, but it is temporary. If you really want to soar great high, if you really want to be there on the top forever, if you really want to taste that particular success, you have to work hard, do original product. Copying from the internet, going to the Xerox shop, buying it for a price, and submitting it will give you temporary success, will give you a memo of marks, probably 80 or 90, but will not give you a job, a dream job, what you're dreaming for. So my dear students, these are the guidelines. One is, it should be an original piece. You have to be in regular touch with your teachers. It is a group of 4 students, 35 marks for the project and Viva for 15. Then these are the parameters on which your project will be judged. What is the topic you have chosen? What is the methods of data collection? What are your presentation styles, your comprehensiveness, the graphs and charts? Finally, your analysis, inferences, and implications, along with that, your bibliography. These are the 5 parameters by dear teachers and students for which your 50 marks will be given. 15 marks plus 35 marks. Then, as I have been telling you since past 20 or 25 minutes, the aim of the project is to give an opportunity to the students to learn independently, because the remaining subjects, you have a syllabus, You have a teacher to teach, you have a question paper where the project does not have, because the project is the only subject which shows a candidate's ability, what is applied and what is taught is in the classroom, which is applied in the real world, which tells what is the critical thinking, problem solving ability, communication skills, and teamwork, etc. In simple terms, this is what research is, my dear teachers and students. Research always means thinking about new solutions. You have something for which you give a new solution, is what, in simple terms, what research means. So the topic is to be selected carefully. Since past 20 minutes, this is what I have been talking about, how to choose a topic. Let us further discuss in detail as to how to select a research topic, my dear teachers and students. First, choose a very broad area: marketing, HR, finance, accounting, law, income tax, whatever, the broad area. From that, you narrow down, choose an interesting topic or the latest topic which you feel on which you would like to do your research. Then the topic, whatever you have selected, do some preliminary work. From that, you define your problem, then you refine your question. What is all these things? Let us discuss in the further slides. Now, my dear teachers and students, let us try to understand how you have to generate ideas. The simplest and the best way is to read newspapers, as the earlier speakers in the inaugural sessions have told. Any business newspaper, any good newspaper will give you research ideas. Any research, go to the library, take out any research journal in the area in which you want to do your project. Maybe marketing, maybe finance, maybe HR, maybe accounting. Choose an area. From that, you can select a topic. You can conduct extensive literature review from the topic, whatever you have chosen. And my dear teachers and students, if you have seen, the research article will have recommendations for future research. Also, a good research article will have a limitation section. So this is what is the limitation. This is what I have not covered. This is what could be the scope for further research. That could be your title for your project. Also, my dear teachers and students, if you see, any good research article will have reference. The references, 20, 30, sometimes 200 references from which they have come up with that particular 10-page research article. So all those references could be a source of generating your project title ideas. Also, my dear teachers and students, sometimes your research article will be cited by 10, 20, 50. That when you click that particular citation, it will give you the latest research which has been undergone in that particular research area. Your references will be the old research which has already been undertaken. Your citation will tell you what is the latest research which has been undertaken in that particular area of research. So these are the different ways through which you can choose your research titles. Also, your internet. But the best thing what you can do, my dear teachers and students, is do not go to Google. Go to Google Scholar, because Google will give you a huge amount of rubbish data wherein you will get confused. So instead of going to Google, go to Google Scholar, type keywords, whatever is the keyword in which area you want to do a research. For example, your keyword is impact of artificial intelligence or artificial intelligence in accounting. So type that particular keyword, artificial intelligence in accounting, or social networking sites in education, or impact of social networking sites to get a job or employment. Whatever is your keyword in Google Scholar, not in Google, go to Google Scholar, type the keywords, you will get n number of review articles relevant to the keyword, whatever you have given, based on which you can select your topic. Also, my dear teachers and students, many a times in WhatsApp groups, it may be your college or your teacher might be telling you, there is a seminar, conference, or workshop in a particular university, in a particular college. And thanks, now you can also attend many of the workshops online also these days. So such workshops, maybe in the field of accounting or HR, whatever is your area of interest, will give you the latest area of research which they are doing, so that you can just listen to those topics of presentations or deliberations, whatever is happening. And from that, you can pick few ideas in which you could like to do your project. Also, my dear teachers and students, it's not that you just have friends within your college. You should always build an academic network outside your college. The best way is to go to, if you see these days, conducting what you call student oriented activities. These days, colleges conduct fairs and many types of workshops exclusively for students, isn't it? For them to participate. Go to colleges whenever they call for, so that you will have a network. You will know what other college students are doing also, and also you can have a discussion with them about their project work as well. You can also have a brainstorming session. And as I have told you, the best way is to see all over the 360 degrees around you, what is going on latest, your newspapers, your journals, your magazines, your business newspapers, your friends, colleagues. These are the best ways as to how you can choose. Then these are the steps, my dear teachers and students, for you to decide as to what your area of interest is, how to choose a research topic. First is identify a broad area, as I have been telling you, marketing, HR, accounting. Then read the literature, Google Scholar it may be, or the journals and the magazines or the newspapers, or you can also refer online journals which are available. Then from that, you narrow down to 2 or 3 topics, narrow down to 2 or 3 small topics. Then from that, select one single topic. From that, my dear teachers and students, the matter you have to finally decide what is that you are going to investigate, the variables what you are going to investigate, and the sample. What is your population and what is the sample from which you are going to collect the data. So these are the basic steps, my dear students, for your research. Identify the problem, do your review, specify a research purpose for which you will collect the data. The data what you collected, you will analyze and interpret. Finally, you will prepare your report. So remember, my dear teachers and students, your project is going to be with you throughout your life. You cannot disown it. It can either give you a great joy or a feeling of remorse at the end. Once you have submitted, like I could have done better. See that feeling of remorse is not there. Do an original project, submit an original project, my dear teachers and students. So at the end of the day, I thank all the conveners, Kavita Devi ma'am and Indra Kanti Shekhar, the head Department of Commerce, the dean, and all the chairman board of studies and all the organizers for giving this opportunity. And to conclude, my dear teachers and my dear students, yes, I can do an original project. I will not go to the nearby Xerox shop and buy a project and submit. I will not download from the internet, change the name, change the roll number, change the college name and submit. So on this note, I hope my lecture could have been some use for you to make a feeling and to condition yourself that I can do a real project. Doing project is easy. I will not come up with a duplicate project. So thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Your presentation made easy for the teachers and the students how to select the title of the project. Now the second session by Professor A. Patrick, Chairman, Board of Studies, on the presentation and methodology of data analysis. I welcome you, sir, for the second technical session.
Over to Patrick, sir. Please unmute. Please unmute over Patrick, sir. Unmute, please. No, you should unmute. Okay. Naveen, unmute only, Patrick, sir.
Hi, friend. Am I audible there?
Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, thank you so much. I like the punchline on this, madam, and ended that I will not buy the project from a photocopying shop or a Xerox shop, and you will do a serious project. Thank you so much to the organizers, Savita ma'am, and Shekhar sir, and others there. And let me go on and trying to get my presentation on. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Shekhar sir, the company confirmed. Hello. Right. I'm here to share with you on what is research methodology and what is this data analytics all about. Ma'am spoke about how you decide about the topic and how you go with that. And why research matters is, I mean, I'll tell you this way, we are filled with a lot of problems around it. When you're trying to find a solution to the problem, then you're doing research. If there is no problem, there is no research. In research, we are trying to find answers to some important questions. Now, what is the best way to study for an exam? What influences the customer buying behavior? Now, research is said to be a systematic process. It's not haphazard, it is not subjective, it is not as you write it, but it is a systematic process of finding answers to questions. It helps in academics, it helps in business, it helps in healthcare, it helps in policy making. There are various areas to go about by talking about the word research. Now, I've split the word re and search. Re is doing again and again. Search is you're trying to find what is already existing. All right. It's about being more curious, asking questions, and trying to go about with being a part of the solution and not part of the problem. Now, ma'am had this slide with us. She said about what are the steps that are there in research methodology. So first is you have to identify a problem. Now, identifying the problem is the greatest challenge because once you've identified the problem, what happens is half the problem is solved. We always say a problem well understood is half solved. And we always also insist that the greatest invention known to mankind till today is to do with a wheel. So in research, you're not supposed to reinvent the wheel. So we are trying to figure out what is done and what is to be done. So when you read research articles, when you find somebody's work there, they go about telling what is scope for further research, what are the limitations of their work. Now that should propel you to go about setting your objectives, and you want to check the objectives empirically, then you do hypotheses. Now research design goes about with forming the backbone, or let's say a compass of the research there, where you're trying to mention about what are your sources of data, whether it's primary, secondary. You're trying to mention about the sampling method, whether you do it by random, non-random. You're trying to tell what is going to be your sample size. You're going to tell what are the tools of analysis, whether univariate, bivariate, multivariate. So I said sampling, that's very important. We can't study the entire population. We study a part of the population. So we may collect data by different ways, survey, questionnaire method, observation, and all those things there. And we need to analyze the data. We need to test the hypothesis. And what holds good for the sample, we said holds good for the entire population. And we are trying to draw interpretation. Now the next session will be held by Dignitary Shekhar sir, and we would teach you as to how the report is to be written. Now the types of research that we talk about is, it can be qualitative research, it can be quantitative research. What do you mean by qualitative? Let's say it's about understanding human behavior. I'm going to do interviews, I'm going to do case studies, I'm going to do a focus group kind of a study there. Just a reminder to the BCom students, you, unlike the BBA students, you do a 50-mark exam. There are 2 units in it. So whatever things that we go over the providing, sir or ma'am will do it or share it in the group.
Sorry to disturb you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please make it full screen, one request. The
Yeah.
other, so you maybe side track of camera, maybe if you there in middle of the camera is better.
Okay. Is that okay now?
Yeah, third thing, the people are asking, audio is not clear. Maybe,
I don't know. At the beginning, they said it was audible.
yeah, a little bit some problem, maybe you take that near to mouse, I think. This one,
I think I have everything okay with my mic and everything, right?
yeah, now you can.
Okay. I'll try. I'm talking at the top of my voice. I think is it audible now?
Yeah, it's clear now, it's clear.
Okay. The sound is clear. I've put it on full screen. Thank you so much for the reminder, Shekhar sir. So I said we do what is called as quantitative research, where we study things with numbers. It's about statistical analysis. It depends on surveys and experiments. There are pros and cons that are there with qualitative and quantitative research. So when you want to downplay the disadvantages or demerits of both the methods, you can adopt what is called a mixed method. This is an emerging area that you have, where you have qualitative and quantitative research that you do, right? And when you talk about the research data, when you're collecting data for the very first time to meet your objectives, to meet your hypothesis, we call it the primary data. It can be qualitative and quantitative. Now, secondary data, you can depend on the internal sources within the company, or you can take it from outside sources. It could be published material, it could be computerized databases and other things there. So this is what I said, directly collected by the researcher for the very first time, you call it primary. Collected by somebody else, if you're fine tuning it to your requirements, it could be in the form of books, it could be in the form of research articles, reports, or government data, you call it as secondary, right? And then when you talk about data analysis, the process of organizing, interpreting, and making sense of the data is what we call it as data analysis. Get it very clear. Now, once you have done your data collection, you would find that not everybody has given the correct data. There is one important step where you talk about editing, coding, and tabulation. So, there may be irrelevant data. We need to remove them. We need to go about the coding it. Let's say people are literate and illiterate, or people have got different degrees in there. Let's say from 10 degree, PG, PhD, and postdoctoral. I need to enter the data into an Excel sheet. So I do coding for that. Let us say somebody is married or unmarried. So I say 0 and 1. Or gender, I say male, female, or others. I say 0, 1, 2. I go over the coding adjustment. I need to make tally marks. I need to prepare frequency tables. So these kind of things come in the organizing part. I apply statistical tools on the data. Then whatever results are generated, I interpret the data to make sense of the data. So summarizing the data, I may use charts, tables, I may use some descriptive statistics, inferential statistics. Whatever you study in your degree, basically in your statistics, whether it's to do with measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, kurtosis, moment, or it's to do with index numbers, or let's say correlation, regression, and all the things that are there basically, except for correlation, regression, comes under descriptive statistics, right? You've seen mean as arithmetic mean, geometric mean, and harmonic mean. Now, when it comes to inferential statistics, it is about testing hypothesis. You talk about parametric, non-parametric. In your syllabus, it is given as to what is Z test, what is T test, what is chi-square, what is ANOVA. So you need to get acquainted with these things. So basic statistics, if you look at, I would talk about mean, median, and mode. I use the word central tendency because I study the entire phenomenon and represent it with a single number. I may see how the values are deviating from the values of central tendency. I call it standard deviation, variance, coefficient of variance, and other things. Now, please understand things. If I am able to measure things and express things in terms of numbers, I call it as a variable. Things which I can't measure and express in terms of numbers, I call it an attribute, right? Get these two things right. Now, if I'm trying to find relationship between things can be measured and expressed in numbers, I call it correlation. And things which can't be measured and expressed in numbers, I call that as an attribute. So correlation is used for identifying relationship between two variables, and association is used for identifying the relationship between things which can be measured numerically, and that is where you use the word association. So phi square comes for association, correlation you have tools there. So regression is based on prediction. If you recall very well, there was that formula that you had, y is equal to a plus bx, right? So these are basic things. So when you're trying to present the data, you do it through chart, graph, it can be bar chart, pie chart, it can be scatter plot, it can be box plot. Now you're talking about tables and reports. You're trying to organize things in the form of a table. Now you have to go about with giving insights as to what does the numbers mean, what is the information or what is hidden behind the numbers, reading between the numbers. So that part of it comes with the storytelling with data. And when it comes to the other things, you'll have to bear in mind, I would prefer that you read this chapter from S.C. Gupta, which talks about fallacies in interpretation. So sometimes we make mistakes. We think everything is right, whatever the numbers say. So there could be a method wherein we have not gone for a diverse sample. We went for a very convenient sample and it gives wrong results. Or sometimes we go about with saying that there is positive correlation, but it may not be the cause for the actual thing. There could be a poorly designed survey. The way you have designed the questionnaire, it could be vaguely wording. So you don't think online education, there is an example that you have there. And then I wish everybody who wants to design a questionnaire read the book Naresh Malhotra on marketing research. I think I shared with Kavita ma'am as well as with Shekhar sir. We will be sharing it with you. Or you can go to Google as well and search out for how to design a questionnaire by these two people. That is Naresh Malhotra, one person. It's called marketing research. So you need a knowledge of what is called as the things related with what is measurement and what is scaling. Now numbers all look similar. You have a roll number, you have an all ticket number, but those numbers are not meant for any calculation. Let us say you have an Aadhaar number, you have a passport number, or let's say Dhoni at 7, Tendulkar at 10, or Virat has got 18. These are numbers which are meant for identification, right? We don't talk anything beyond that. Now let us say I rank 3 students are first rank, second rank, and third rank. I can't tell by how many marks the third rank student lost the first rank. It is because marks are not indicated. So it indicates only the position. So nominal and ordinal are basically called categorical data. Interval, like let's say temperature, I said minimum, maximum. Today I read 37 degrees is the temperature. What is the minimum? 20. So the thing is, I can find range, I can find average. But beyond that, I can't do any other calculation. They are called interval. Now those numbers where I can do all mathematical calculations. I use height, weight, income. I can do any kind of calculation that are there. They are called ratio. And remember, nominal, ordinal, we use the non-parametric. Interval, ratio, we use the parametric. I'll tell you what is parametric, what is non-parametric, the words that are there in your syllabus. Another thing, do I make a comparison? Compare one student with the other, one college with the other, one faculty with the other, or give 10 points and tell how do you rate this person on a rating scale there. So non-comparative scaling is done as an independent evaluation. When one candidate comes for interview, I don't take anything about any other candidate, but evaluate only one candidate at a time, right? And when I am trying to compare this candidate with another candidate, then it becomes a paired comparison. So it can be a Likert scale. Let us say Kavita ma'am goes about with circulating at the end of the session, file, or let's say a feedback form asking how did Ranjini ma'am speak, how did Patrick speak, and how did Shekhar sir speak. Now you can ask, do you strongly agree with them, agree, disagree, strongly disagree, or neutral, a 5-point scale that can come in. So please, I request that if you get some knowledge or you're able to update yourself on what is the scales and comparative and non-comparative, it becomes a lot easier for you to design the questionnaire. The questions that are there could be an open-ended question or there could be a closed-ended question. Now in your final exam, in the semester, you are given what is called as question is given and you are asked to express your answer in your own words. But let us say if it is an MCQ or it is a fill up the blank or MCQ to be very precise, because fill up the blanks comes under an open-ended. Now here, now look at the question. It says, what do you think are the biggest challenges in online learning? You have different ways to express it. But if I talk about the closed-ended kind of a thing there, I provide answers and I ask you to pick only one. It can be yes or no, or it can be true or false, or it can be yes, no, don't know, can't say. So do you prefer an online, offline? I'm giving you two options. This is called dichotomy. So closed-ended, when I give two answers, I call it dichotomous. When I give more than two options, I call it multiple choice. Or if I give three options, I call it a trichotomy. Let's say yes, no, don't know, can't say. BKCS we call it. I can use a Likert scale for that. Now there can be a semantic difference. Let us say a session like this, whether you rate it as poor to excellent. I can give you a ranking question. I mean, how do you rank a particular product based on these features? 1 for poor, 5 for excellent, something of that kind. And then types of questionnaires, which can be structured. The same question you ask everyone the same way. But your question keeps varying based on the situation and the person, then I call it unstructured. It's not planned. Maybe I have a questionnaire where there are open-ended, closed-ended, then it becomes a mix. Now, places where, I mean, you got to understand what is the schedule and what is the questionnaire. If I ask questions in a place where people are illiterate, then I call it a schedule. Now, where I go about with giving the questionnaire in the hand of a person and ask him to fill it, that is a questionnaire. But when the enumerator, the one who's collecting the data, he asks the question and he fills it himself, then that is called the schedule. So we talk about pictorial questionnaire. Like people can't, I mean, I give emojis and ask you to mark on that. Or illiterate people can answer better with images than reading and answering. I use rating scales that are there. Look at it as a 5-point scale. Now, the next thing is, I've told about methodology till now. I told you what is methodology. I told you what are the types of research. I told you, I mean, you got to prepare yourself with what is sampling, types of sampling, random, non-random, what is simple random, stratified, systematic, then cluster, multi-stage, then under the non-random, you talk about the quota, judgment, deliberate, and other things that are there. Snowball, you have to know what that is. And remember, if the population size is more than 10,000, we call it to be the infinite population. Less than 10,000, we call it to be the finite population. The tools of analysis, how do you choose it? Now, tools depend on nature of data, type of objectives, and distribution of data. Now, in your BCom, I don't know if you have studied the theoretical distribution of binomial, Poisson, and normal. When I take the data I collected and depict it as a form of a graph, it gives a bell curve. Am I audible now? Okay, I had gone about shifting to another mode of trying to communicate with you before it was not audible. So the thing is, I'm trying to tell with the tools of analysis. I said it depends upon the nature of data, whether it is nominal or ordinal. They are called qualitative. I said categorical. We use what is called as the non-parametric tests that are there. Given some examples: gender, nationality, blood type, customer satisfaction rating, educational levels. They all come under nominal and ordinal. Now, if there is a value which is without a decimal, then I call it as a discrete number. If I go about the number of students who are there in this session, now I go about with the number. The thing is, I can't find a fraction of a student. But if it is continuous, I go about with what is called as height, weight, temperature. I can get decimal values. That is called continuous. Now, determining the type of objective, that is whether you're describing something, summarizing the data, use descriptive analysis. When I'm trying to compare male versus female, 3 attending a course and 4 attending the course, or I'm trying to do associative analysis, finding relationship between variables, or you're doing what is called as predictive analytics, that is based on regression or machine learning models, that is. Now, this is how I define my tools. Then checking whether the data is normal or not is very important, because If the data is normal, you can use parametric test. If it is not normal, you can't use a parametric test. Now, data set, if it is there, how do you find it? Test for normality, you can draw a histogram or a QQ plot that gives a perfect bell-shaped curve which is symmetrical. If you're using any statistical methods, it could be a Shapiro-Wilk test, or it could be what is called as Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, or it could be a skewness and kurtosis test, which will tell you the symmetry of the curve. Now, what is the parameter and what is the statistic? If you're talking about a parameter, it is details related with the population. What is the statistic? If you're talking about a sample and any measurable things about a sample is called statistic. Easy to remember. P is parameter, P is population, S is statistic, and S is sample. Now, what am I talking about? If I'm talking about mean, for a sample, I use a symbol X bar. For population, I use the notation mu. For standard deviation, I use notation of small s and sigma. I use P bar and small capital P, small n for size, capital N for population size. Let me tell you, the Z test, P test, most of them use these symbols only. And then you talk about what is the parametric test. Now, when I know about the parent population characteristics, and on such samples, if I use statistical tools, I call it a parametric test. But if I don't know the parent population characteristics, what are the characteristics? These things. If I don't have an idea about the parent population characteristics, and if I draw a sample out of that population, and if I apply statistical tools on such a population, then I call it what? I call it a non-parametric test. I don't assume any specific distribution and other things there. Look at the tools, we use t-test, ANOVA, Pearson, and we have used Mann-Whitney test, Crystal Valley test, Spearman test. So these are the things which come in. Now, this is another table. I'll share this PPT around this. So this is something which tells about if it's one sample, two samples, if it is independent, if it is paired, the paired test and there's an independent test. Like this is before and after we talk about it. So again, here we talk about non-parametric chi-square, then Crystal Valley, then we talk about Kolmogorov-Smirnov, binomial. I said Wilcoxon, McNamara. These are the tests which you have to bear in mind. And if you use MS Excel, you don't have to go for SPSS and other things also. You can take help of your faculty, take the data, analyze it, and you must know how to interpret. Because manually, when you calculate in the class, you are calling it in terms of what? You call it in terms of table value, critical value. But here the answer that you get when you use MS Excel is you get what is called as P value. If the value is less than 0.05, whatever P value is, you said you reject none. If it is more than 0.05, you said you accept the none. So you must know what is that level of significance, what is type 1 error, what is type 2 error. The hypothesis being right and you reject it, you call it type 1 error. The hypothesis being wrong and you accept it, you call it the type 2 error. Type 1 error is represented as alpha, and that becomes the basis for hypothesis testing, that we call it as level of significance, which can be 5% or 1%. Further, when you have to choose between parametric and non-parametric, in a parametric, you assume normal distribution of data, you require interval or ratio space. Remember, nominal ordinal is for non-parametric, interval and ratio kind of data is for parametric. It is more powerful when assumptions are met. So t-test you have, ANOVA you have Pearson correlation, linear regression. So when you talk about non-parametric, here you don't assume normal distribution. And it is suitable basically for categorical. Categorical is nominal, ordinal. So we use a Mann-Whitney test, we use a Wilcoxon test, and you are talking about alternative. What is there in parametric? What is the non-alternative? I mean the alternative for the non-parametric test you are using. Chi-square. I use the word association and I use correlation little by little. And then this is something which is very much in detail, where you say if it is to do with you want to compare two groups, the nature of the data is interval ratio, it is normal, then use a t-test. If the nature of the data of two groups, if it is nominal ordinal, ordinal and non-normal, then the distribution is non-normal, use Mann-Whitney test. Compare multiple groups, the nature of data is interval or ratio, you get a normal distribution, more than two means, that is what ANOVA is. Test of means we call it, more than two means. This has got an edge over a Z test and a T test because you are able to simultaneously compare more than two means. So if there are multiple groups, the nature of data is this, and the distribution you get to non-normal, then you use Crystal Valley. This is considered to be the non-parametric alternative for ANOVA, right? So like that, you can do a Pearson test, Spearman, linear regression, chi-square test, and other things. So I would tell you must be very clear how to use the tools. So it depends upon the objectives that you set. It depends on the nature of the data. It depends upon your objectives. So that is how you choose your tools of analysis. So that is what was given to me to discuss to you as to what is methodology. So I spoke to you about the steps that are there in research, the types of research, the nature of data collection tools that you use, what is primary, what is secondary, then what are the types of numbers, types of questions, types of questionnaire, and I spoke to you about how do you do data analysis, what factors influence the choice of the tools that are there, and I went about telling you what is parametric, what is non-parametric, what is the parameter, what is the statistics, and how do you decide the tools. If you can go through this at a BCom level, I'll tell you, I don't think something more than this is required for you to get through with your project work. And let me tell you, when you go for interviews, two questions they ask you. First one, introduce yourself. And if you've done your project, they ask you, can you speak something about your project? And if you've done it seriously on your own, and you're able to confidently present, I think that is something which is helping you out with further admission to our job process. So that's it from me. Thank you so much for the opportunity that was given to me to share my presentation on research methodology and the data analysis part of it there. So I just leave it to the organizers. Thanks once again to Kavita ma'am and Professor Shekhar for giving me this opportunity. I don't know, there will be some technical errors here and there. I will be able to finish it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Plastic. Now over to
Thank you very much, sir. You explained detailing how to use the statistical tools, their measurements, and training the data. Now, the third technical session will be presented by Professor Inaugural, Principal of ECBM, on the presentation about the project report writing. I welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Is my voice is audible? Is my voice is okay?
Sir, your voice is low.
First, voice is very important. The video is appearing very clearly, but voice needs to get more clarity. Once it will get clarity, then I will start my presentation. If it is anything different, because just so Patrick sir is presented well, but only saying somewhere it is getting blurred. So I wanted to make it very clear for this presentation, voice need to be get more clarity. Let us make one or two chances to make change of this voice clarity.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
It's excellent now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. I'm really happy that the BCom workshop, project report presentation workshop, we're really happy that the many students have joined in this group. So before starting my presentation, I really congratulations to Professor S. Kavita ma'am, the convener of the program. And she's since morning yesterday also she's working a lot for the making this all program success. And I'm also thankful to the Professor M. Gangadhar, Head Department of Commerce, who has given this opportunity for presenting the students. And really it is very thoughtful, and we are very happy that today's chief guest, Professor G. Naresh Reddy, who is the Registrar of Osmania University, has presented his speech. And also the guest of honor, Professor D. Chennappa, the Registrar Palamuru University, Mahabub Nagar, he is also is given his opening remarks of this particular workshop. And we must thankful K. Krishna Chaitanya, who spent time for this program and is the Dean Faculty of Commerce, Osmania University. And the technical session, which Professor C.V. Ranjani has presented on the selection of topic, project report selection of topic. Madam, mute చేయండి. And Professor A. Patrick, the data analysis, who has presented data analysis just now. And my presentation completely depending on the concluding how we can do best report. So let us see how we can do best report and what is the ways of making this report. Just we need to be think. So before presenting, I need to tell you something. Mr. Venugopal, who joined in this group, please, because this is a academic platform, everybody need to understand the importance of this program. The Venugopal is unnecessarily open video, which was removed from the group. And Srivardhan Jagan is the student, is unnecessarily was joined. Generally, we have given two instructions. This platform is only for 300 people. Then in the Zoom link, it is the limit of 300 people can join. Remaining people can watch the YouTube, which was already given many times instructions. Till some teachers are not following the instruction. So it was given to Srivardhan Jagan, he is the student, I think. And Bommaganti Madhuri, she is also student. How it gone? I don't know. This Zoom link is went to them. And Florence Pasula. And some phones, it was looking like Samsung and Gmail and something. It looks like a MI phones. This cannot be. The teachers are requesting you because since Corona, we are following this online classes. Need to make your photo, need to make your name. Then it will be given chance to teachers to join into Zoom link so that you can represent the students to talk about this program, to clarify the doubts to the students. This is the particular thing which we want, but the people are not following. Kindly follow these instructions. And another thing before presenting my presentation, another thing. Meanwhile, this feedback link will be given. Feedback link has to fill all the students who are presented today only. Kindly note, who are presented on Patrick sir, a video off change, sir. So kindly make it this very clear. Whoever is presented, kindly make filling of this feedback link. Those people will get certificate. That certificate should be included in your project report. So feedback link will be circulated within 5 to 10 minutes. Myself, I will provide you. The feedback link should be filled by all the students. Once it is filled, automatically certificate will be generated. I request all the faculty members and principals need to check whether this feedback link is filling by the only presented students. Just like that, don't send into the group of your student who are absent today. Kindly follow the instruction. The benefit should be given for the attended students. Kindly follow this. And these are all very bad practices. Venugopal, Srivardhan, and Madhuri, Florence, Pasula, Samsung phone, Zymol. This cannot be. Your photo, your name should be appear. Particularly, see RDC Manchiriala. Excellent. They provided a e-classroom. All the students are appearing. I congratulate the RDC, Residential Degree College, Manchiriala. Since the program is started, all the students sincerely sitting and they are watching the video. This is excellent thing which we should appreciate the Manchiriala college. And we have RG Kedia College also. It's a big college who are watching from the college and many students have sat there. And TGTW RDC. This is also another college where they are sitting in the classroom and they are watching everywhere, everything. So my suggestion, this should be utilized by the students. They should be watch this program properly. They should understand what exactly project report, why it is required for the BCom people. Please understand, utilize the facilities. Don't misuse the facilities. And those who are presented only, you can send the feedback link. Though that people will get the certificate generation automatically. That certificate is mandatory while submitting your project report. We should be very proud that BCom students is having a lot of other subjects which is very essential for nowadays for the society, which they are learning a lot of skills from service sector. So that is the reason, according to the demand, courses are running in the higher education. This course is having a lot of demand in the society. BCom students is having a lot of demand in the society, as we know. So that is the reason they should have the skill of preparing the project report. So that is the reason this initial remarks I am given. Kindly follow the instruction. We can understand very easily who are following the instruction, who are not following the instruction. One faculty very negligently, it was shared a link to the students. Zoom link should not be shared to the student. If already students are there in the Zoom link, kindly quit. You can follow only YouTube. Okay. If the teachers are having a Zoom link, if it is opened in the classroom is good. E-classroom you can open, stand up any student is having queries and ask them, and you can carry forward to the administrators so that we can clarify the student doubts. So that's exactly. So this Naveen Kumar Adala also opened the video, but it should be very clear. Make it vertical, horizontal, that you check it out so that it will be very clear for the student. You can ask the question from the students and you can raise the question so that we can discuss what are the problems with the student after this presentation. Kindly follow the instructions so that you can get benefited for every student. So thank you one and all for your cooperation. Let us start with what is exactly project report and how to present this project report. As earlier speakers already spoke about what exactly the selection of topic. One, how to make the data analysis. These two are very important. So now I am going to present my PPT. So while presenting the PPT, you just look into the screen. Yeah, one of you please help me whether this will be appearing to everybody, my screen. Anybody can help me?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just making full screen. Is it clear now? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, kindly look into this one by one. This is the process of making your project report. While presenting the report, because the topic is selected, it was as per the instructions and the lecture given by the Professor C.V. Ranjani. The topic selection is over. Data analysis, which was presented by Professor Patrick. Now we need to understand how to present our report. So before going to preparing our report, some of the important points which we need to understand, this is the process of research. But listen very clearly, the BCom students are not doing the research. Only PhD students are doing the research. Then what else it is? You please listen. If you take minimum decade data, that means 110 years data if you take, decade 10 years data if you take, if you are analyzing the data, so that you can understand what exactly the research. But BCom students are not able to take 10 years data. You need to understand. Very clear. BCom student should make this study. Wherever research is there, you can replace the research as study. Here it is there. The research process. This is a common PPT, but you can make it as study process. Kindly note of this, all of you. Please kindly note of this. BCom students are doing study, not research. Research is minimum 10 years above data, which will be done by the PhD students. And 10 years data, 10 years and above for PhD generally, 5 years and above we will consider for dissertation, for MPhil or MTech, and 2 years, 1 year, 2 years, 4 years data will be analyzed under study. You have to understand the difference. What is research? What is dissertation? What is project report? Project report should be taken at least 1 year of secondary data or 2 years, because in the annual report 2 years data is available. And if you download it to 2 years annual report, you will be collecting 4 years data. That's enough. Please understand, a BCom student, wherever research word is there, you should make it as, change it as study. Please remember that, because this is a common PPT, somewhere it comes like a research, but you should be considered as study. First, a selection of topic and broad problem of that particular area which you are going to select. As Professor Ranjani is already told, you need to select a one particular topic. How it is generally, I am looking into some girls college, social welfare college, women's college, somewhere like this. Sometimes the students are talking, sir, how we can choose the topic, because we are from morning to evening, we are in the college, we are in the premises, we can't go out. How can we collect the data? How can we select the topic? It's very, 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 very simple. In your classmates, those are all coming from different districts, different places. Residential areas are different. So definitely you can just take them data from different people and you can make the project report. This is a particular information which you can collect from your classmates. This is one source. This is a primary source. You have to do live project which is not existing earlier. Live project which is taking a new perceptions, new opinions of the people. For example, your classmates are using cell phones, different cell phones, because these people are not from one house, one districts or something. These are all different places distributed among the state, among the sometimes country. Different people are studying in different colleges. Definitely you can collect the data from your classmates for using that particular brand of cell phone. That's enough. It's a live data. You can make the report excellent. This is one source. The another source, you have to download the annual reports from different websites. If you doesn't get any websites, all of you please make a note of this point. If you want to download any project report, any annual report, you have to use Ministry of Company Affairs, MCA. Please follow MCA website to download any company's annual report. MCA, Ministry of Company Affairs. Students, please note this, MCA. Then once you downloaded this particular annual report, you analyze the data into different topics. For example, if you take Suzuki company, Tata company, four-wheelers, definitely if you download it to 2 years annual report, you can take the 4 years data, because 1 year annual report will have 2 years data. Like that, if you download it to 2 years annual reports, you will get 4 years of data. That's enough, more than enough. That 4 years of data you can make into the analysis of financial analysis, how the company is performing, you can select, how your HR practices in the company you can select, and how your performance of the company, you can see operational performance, SWOT analysis, many things. If you download 2 years of annual reports, you can do 10 maximum reports, project reports you can do. Now it is a 4 students in one group. Like that, 10 means 40 students. 40 students can do with only 2 years annual report. How it is? Financial analysis one group, HR practices another group, then performance another group, SWOT analysis another group, cost analysis another group, like funds flow, cash flow, ratio analysis, ZVB, marketing practices. So many topics you can do. So this is my suggestion. Don't be worried to get the data. Very easily you can collect among your students. And another information, you can also download annual reports from MCA, Ministry of Company Affairs. Sometimes some of the annual reports are free download. If it is not free download, you can pay 50 rupees and you can download any annual report for making your project report. This is the easiest way. And once you downloaded this annual reports, you have to disclose in the classroom, our 4 members are doing this title. You have to tell them. So like that, you can disclose your title among your students, among the classmates, so that you can do your analysis very easily, which cannot be copied by others. This is one. And sometimes it is already done by your seniors, of course, but it is up to 22 or 21 or maybe 23, not even 24. So you have to write in the gap what exactly earlier is done, now how you are doing. That is very important. So that you have to write. It's not anything like copy. It is just upgradation of research, upgradation of study that you can do. So this is my advice to make the BCom students to do better report for selection of topic and something. Once you selected how to make this topic, whether it is already somebody have done or it is alone you are doing, or what is the precautions to make your project report. Second step, you have to go for reviewing the literature. Here, instead of literature, you can make BCom students, instead of literature, reviewing this study. Your study can review how it can be, because already your seniors have done. You check with your seniors report and you have to differentiate. My senior have done up to 22, I am doing something else. Not your college, your seniors have not done. It was done by some other college. It was done by Swayam portal. It was done by somewhere, it is there. You can search in the website and you have to differentiate how earlier report and how your report, that you have to make it. So that is the variation between your report and old report. So at least 10 reviews you have to collect and write what is the research study gap. Not, don't use research, as I'm already mentioned. Study gap compared to 10 reviews, how this can be, you have to write it. That is old data, this is new data. That was done in only one particular state, this is another state. It was done in India, it was done throughout world. It was case study of so and so Telangana, it was done something else. Like this, we can do many things, and how it can be differentiated, you have to do well presentation in the research gap, study gap, after taking the review of literature. Second point. Let us see third point, development of theoretical conceptual framework. Generally, all of you, please, if any possibility, write it on the pages. Generally, 200 to 400 pages nowadays, all the PhD students are presenting their dissertation. It's called thesis because it's a PhD. Theses are presenting in 200 to 400 pages. Generally, I'm saying, not everyone. So not more than 400, not below 200. Generally, they are submitting with 200 to 400. This is about PhD. Let us see dissertation, which was used for MPhil, which was used for MTech. So dissertation is compulsory. That will be taking around 100 to 200 pages. Leave it. Let us come to our project. Project, a minimum of 40 pages, maximum of 100 pages. This everybody should follow. Let us take minimum only. How this 40 pages you will be presenting. The 40 pages, definitely 4 chapters. Let us take example of 4 chapters. It is a standard. The 4 chapter which is having first introduction, 10 pages. Second, theoretical frame and conceptual framework, which was displayed in the PPT. Third point, development of theoretical and conceptual framework. Sometimes this is conceptual framework, second chapter. Sometimes it is company profile, about company, about concept, about something. What you are explaining should be second chapter. Introduction is over. Second chapter is conceptual framework. And the next third chapter, as Professor Patrick is already explained, data analysis. The data analysis will be the third chapter. The data which you are collecting from different sources of establishing secondary data. Based on secondary data, what primary questions you are setting and asking to somebody, data collection, primary data will be third chapter. So generally what we are saying, introduction is 10 pages, first chapter. Theoretical framework or conceptual framework or company profile will be 10 pages, second chapter. Third chapter will be data analysis. Data analysis will be based on your questionnaire, based on your secondary data tools, based on your secondary data interpretation, common size, comparative size ratio analysis, balance sheet, something which you can mention into the chapter number 3. So then last chapter, findings, suggestions, and what you are concluding. Findings, suggestions, and conclusion. This is a standard 40 pages. First is introduction, second is theoretical framework or company profile, third one is data analysis, fourth one is findings and conclusions. Findings, suggestions, conclusion. This is standard format which the students are following. Don't copy, as many times mentioned by the many professors. Don't copy from anybody. Kindly do this. It is your original work. It is your specialization. Just like a MBBS also equivalent to graduation like you. So MBBS people are doing after completing 3 years, fourth year they are going for out surgeon. Fourth year they are going for, fifth year they are going for some specialization. They are completing engineering students and medicine student with one specialization. Like that, BCom students also can do this specialization with this project. So kindly make it a note of this. Your BCom with one specialized project which you are completed is your specialization. This is your royalty. This is your personality. This is your confidence when you are going for any jobs, when you are going for any interviews, when you are going for applying for PhD, applying for MPhil, applying for MCom, anything. You can write your biodata, your BCom is completed with so and so specialization done with done with project report. So nowadays everybody having computer skill, everybody having communication English skill as well. Only lacking is project skill. If you completed your BCom, immediately you are selected into Deloitte company. They are asking for completing one project is the confirmation of your job. Not only corporate sector, if you look into the government sector, they are also assigning a project to complete your provision period. Somebody will get doubt, why, what is the project in government? Of course, if you selected once in the government jobs, group 4, group 2, group 1, anything, you will be assigning a work just like a election duty, just like a one task, one problem, one file pending. You are the people which you can understand the problem and you have to analyze the problem, you have to present the problem. That will be your project. For example, you are selected in group 4th or group 3, you sent for election duty, you start from starting to ending, you have to write everything on the reports and you have to operate the election duty and finally you have to fill in the blanks. If you submit your report properly, if you complete your work properly, then your assignment is successful. If your assignment is successful, when you come back after election duty, then your work, what you have satisfied will be confirmed your duties. Now, that is the reason, not in the government, not in the private, anywhere, the project presentation, project analysis, very, very important. Let us see fourth item, clarification of research question and hypothesis. Let us take again same example, election duty. Election duty, when you are going for election duty, sometimes the building shows in the news or somewhere in the videos, there is a room and one person one side is entering and he is going to first once verification, second verification, finally is performing his vote somewhere in the confidential room side box, then it comes out again. There is a process which we have already observed in the videos and somewhere. But sometimes when you are going to the rural area for performing your duties as election officer, probation officer, may not be same thing. There is no room. There is a hut. You have to perform. You have to make yourself everything arranged. Yourself and your staff. You have to make it something different. Then your hypothesis, what you are expected is not as it is what you are doing. Then what your study question is different. But hypothesis is different. What you are expected is different. What you are performing is different. So your project also same thing. Sometimes what you are expected may not be there, maybe more than, maybe less than. So your data is not exactly what you expected. You wanted to do something, performing some data, but it comes result is different. So you have to make how hypotheses are setting, what is your prediction to do the some data analysis, but finally what you are getting the results. That hypothesis which was given in the fourth point, the clarification of a study question and hypothesis, you have to set it. Once this methodological system is over, you have to present in 4 or 2 pages research design. I wanted to present introduction like this, and I want to make data collection. I want to make a profile of company. I want to make conclusion of this. Maybe 1 or 2 pages. You prepare your research design before starting your project. There is a planning. Planning is research design. Now we can say it is as a study design. You have to make study design sitting with your supervisor, your lecturer, and complete your report after once a study design is completed. Then study design is approved by supervisor. You can go for data collection. The data collection will come into the different methods. Maybe hypothesis is satisfied, what you are expected. Sometimes it may not be satisfied. Data will come into different. You have to analyze the data. Then you have to present the data. This is all simple words which are there in the generally how we can do the project. The main functions are topic selection, already madam has presented. Data collection, Professor Patrick is already explained. And my task is report writing. And the tips for how generate your project study topics, review your notes in your major subjects. First, you get impression from your subjects, because we are all commerce students. We have 44 streams of subjects. If you take from intermediate till MCom, we have a lot of different variant subjects like marketing, accounting, finance, taxation, banking. Take like this: HR, economics, econometrics, accounting, different cost accounting, management accounting, financial accounting, funds flow, cash flow. Like this, if you count it from starting to ending, now how the world is running with a different service sector, that all service sector, insurance, everything we are studying. So these subjects you have to read out first. And if you get impression, review that. Then you can select the topic. Ask your supervisor, second point, ask your supervisor if it needs a research assistancy, a study assistancy. So you have to ask whatever, sir, this is my idea. Can I do this project or not? Or how can I proceed? And how can I complete? What exactly live data I can present? That you have to talk. Then brainstorming with your classmates. Sometimes your supervisor may be meeting, he is busy with some other classes. You may meet one, may 5 minutes, 10 minutes in a day, or sometimes half an hour, 1 hour in a week. Sometimes it's a big problem because he is busy, you are also busy with so and so. But you are very well mingle with your classmates. You have to talk to your classmates. This is my assumption of doing my project. How can I? You talk to your friends. You will get a lot of ideas to do best report. And read scientific literature, that is study literature, already we have discussed. At least 10 reviews you have to do from previous reports, or you can go for online. You can go for nowadays the Swayam portal and UGC portal. Students projects are uploading into websites, so that you can just look into that and how best report you can generate comparatively existing, how different your project with the existing model you have to write out. That is the reason literature is very important. They visit the workplaces of those who graduated in your field already. So you just look into the other colleges, look into the other places where your people have already done. You have to check into that. And join for research group, create a research group like this platform. And you have to discuss with experts, and you have to discuss with your principal, your faculty members, so that you can have a lot of ideas in the research group. And visit marginalized communities and find a need, and all these things you have to do while doing the because of time limit I am just constructing. And you senior projects for limitation of scope and further research, which was already mentioned, and business newspaper, something which you can do. And this is the research cycle. We have to observe the things, then you have to prepare the hypothesis, and the hypothesis you have to experimentation, then conclude your projects. types of studies. We have basic applied and descriptive analysis, empirical, explanatory, quantitative and qualitative, and explanatory, casual, and we have a lot of other models we have, but it's not much important for the UG level. But you can understand because we have already research methodology topic is there. You can understand better how our report is going on and which model is better for making. The format for preparing the project report. This onwards, it's very important according to my presentation. The write-up should be focused on the specific objective of project. The methodology used and the major findings have to be find out clearly. Regarding title, instead of giving a general topic like title, be specific and emphasize the explicit nature of the work. Exactly, you should match every time what exactly what topic. The report should be brief with the number of pages of the main content of the report being not more than 30 pages, as I've already mentioned. Please consult with respect to department for specific instruction in this regard. BCom syllabus already given in the last page in your semester, how the project report instructions already given that you have to follow, and font matter and appendix etc. you should follow, and what exactly arranging the contents. Cover page you have to make it clearly. Title of the page should be appear just like a big letters in the one page. First project report for BCom so and so, college name and so and so. Then your name, your supervisor name, and where you are presenting, your college emblem, if any possibility, university emblem, where you are relating to Telangana University, where you are relating to Osmania, or whichever university you are relating, you have to mention your cover page very specifically. Then go for bona fide certificates, which was given by the supervisor and yourself, and sometimes head or principal also will be given your bona fide certificate. Your work is bona fide, earlier I have not done, so that it was certified by the your officials. Then declaration of the author. You are the person who are making your own declaration that this work is not copied from anybody. This was done by yourself. This is your priority. This is your career. This is your life, your future, your specialization. You have to do your own, just like a thesis, your own study you have to do so that you can enrich into one particular topic, which is your specialization. After this, you have to prepare the abstract. The people can understand very easily what is exactly abstract. Before going to movie, generally nowadays the people are looking into trailers, movie trailers. How it is something which is showing very attractive way of music, attractive way of fighting, attractive way of emotions. Something will be shown in the trailers. The same thing we should put into the abstract. Your 40 pages or 100 pages immediately other people cannot read. You have to attract the people. How you can attract? You have to write in 4 or 5 lines or sometimes half para how your report is representing. So my report is on so and so topic, data is collected and it analyzed and it was finding a new ideas, new conclusions, which you cannot say exactly, but you have to write it's a new ideas, new conclusions. It will be useful for the society in this matter. I'm very clear. Every degree college nowadays it is a research centers. Please remember, UGC is saying UG onwards, UG, PG, PhDs, everything. Every college is a research centers. The student should prepare a report and which will be utilized for the society purpose. So that every student not only reading by textbooks, you have to prepare your own ideas, your own projects, so that that project how can it will be utilized for the society, business, officials, government authorities, and other people. You have to check it out. So that is the reason, as per the UGC circular, we need to be prepared not only reading textbook, writing examination, we should also prepare a project report, new themes, all these things, so that it can be utilized for the society purpose. In this view, I can mention, because of electronic development, communication development, adding with commerce, we have creating lot of wonders. Swiggy, we know, doorstep you can deliver all the food item. Zomato, Swiggy, Ola, these are all with the commerce concept only. We are utilizing with the services of electronics, electrical, automobile, something. We are integrating the issues so that we are getting services very easy. That is the reason. You also create some ideas which with commerce, how can we do? Now, artificial intelligence. So without human involvement, artificial intelligence, using artificial intelligence, nowadays everybody is preparing accounts, books, things what we are expecting, budgeting, forecasting. Now the engineering students are adopting our subjects. That is accounting, engineering, budgeting. All are making, adding with engineering. They are also upgrading our subjects, including in our subjects, integrating our subjects. They are also upgrading. So it is a now the order of the day. Every student can take the integration of electronics, integration of so and so subjects definitely, so that we can do wonders in commerce. Because already green revolution is completed, industrial revolution is completed. What next you want? The next 100 years is already invented. Only thing is you need to be created, more sales, more accountability, more after sales, more accounting, more taxation, more banking, more finance. These are all the activities we'll do by the commerce students. That is the reason integration is very important. So these are all the important things you have to make into the important things, only 4 or 5 lines into abstract. I would like to say one important issue: dynamic rating, ticket rating. If you book a flight ticket today is 4,000, tomorrow again, if you look into that, again it comes to 5,000, 6,000. Your friends are looking same flight to same day, same time. The automatically ticket rate is increasing. How it is? There is no human involvement. It's a artificial intelligence. Enquiry will go on very easily. So if inquiry is going like this, automatically rate of ticket will be increasing. After 2 o'clock, I will get free. So that is the reason artificial intelligence nowadays it is very much important in the making all the services which are adopting by the commerce students. In that way, definitely we have to read out and we have to finalize, we have to highlight important items in the abstract. After that, table of contents. How many tables you prepared? For example, 40 students of your classroom, you collected the data with the different questions. For example, 20 questions you raised, you have to put 20 tables. 20 tables with the different questions, what is the responses and how to analyze, what is the conclusion you have to prepare. List of symbols, abbreviations, this is compulsory. Every project report, you have to write what exactly used the symbols. And chapter titles, what are the contents of your chapter, you have to prepare. And appendices, references, you have to prepare. This is all main topics of your project report. And page dimension, as everybody knows, A4 size and Roman italic. Definitely, we have to follow some bookish justification of your project report presentation. And cover page, bona fide certificate, declaration, these are all already mentioned, abstract, table of contents, and 6 list of symbols. Because of time limit, I am just completing this session. And before completing, 1 or 2 important points. Approach used, the empirical and what exactly, result and discussions, conclusions and recommendations. These are all some important points which we can do this better. So this is one type of presentation. Just we'll go on to next. There is one more PPT presentation actually. Just we'll look on to this. Is it visible to everyone? Yes or no? Please tell me whether it is appearing or not.
Yes, sir, you can see.
Yeah, this is actually we are presenting for some other presentation, but you just look into that. Writing of report, academic sociology conduct research to discover the fact, truths, and explanation. This is a conceptual how you are presenting your report. So these are all some values, methods, research types you have to understand to present the research report. Because of time limit, only some highlights I will explain you. Writing of research report with different articles, papers, collect of secondary data into different sources, and establish the data for presenting into the along with your primary data. For example, 4 years data you have collected from X company. Then what you have to do after collecting this X company, we have to ask how this company is getting. How this company is getting. I think it's not sharing. I think so. Is my PPT is visible to everyone?
No, sir.
What about now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is it sharing now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whenever we are making a reports, some problem here. A technical problem. Okay, I'll leave it. So what exactly I wanted to explain you, you should do your 40 pages report. If your 40 pages report, if you are able to present the introduction, the profile, or conceptual framework, data analysis, and finally conclusions. So this, if it is completed, then once you submitted your project report, whether it is genuine or not, examiner will ask you, definitely you have to present in the Viva, how best you are prepared your project, how best you are presenting your paper, and what is your knowledge on your paper, maybe your study, that you have to do. Once it is study is completed, project report is submitted, and final information, 40 pages is converted into 4 pages. Only important issues we can convert it as 4 pages, which can be published. I requested all the principals and faculty members, you please make all these 4 pages project report as a paper, prepare as a ISBN book. Nandini, evaro Nandini video, Jartha Bettanama. Nandini Raghunath. So these 40 pages should be converted into 4 pages as paper publication. That 4 pages of each student should be published into the college magazine, college ISBN book. That year 2025 batch project report, that digest, you can prepare that book and you can keep in the college records for NAC purpose, for other purpose. Every year you can do that best in the college. And that book also will be distributed to the students so that they can have their own presentation, how it was prepared and how best they made their findings, conclusions can be seen. So that is the reason it is advised to the principals and faculty members, prepare 4 pages of this paper will be recorded for all the students as a text, as a book. So that project report digest of 2025 batch BCom, that you can prepare and keep as a record. This is one advice. And these 4 pages, if it is published in the college, is best. If you want to improve something and you can publish into articles, is best. So this can be utilized for the society. This can be utilized for the business people, government, stakeholders, anybody. That is the reason. Every degree college is a research center. They can do the research, they can do the studies, they can do the local area problems, local area studies, business or something. Then you find out all the findings and write into the report, and you can record as a college report or articles. Or we are also doing in the department, definitely MCom student project report to digest and BCom student project report to digest. I request all the people can do by college wise. This is one of the record win-win situation. Society can be used. It is as a record of college and it is a work of the student. Lifelong it can be remembered. So that is my advice after completing your project. All the best your project. I am very happy that patiently listening many students and they are giving a lot of interest and enthusiasm to participate in this particular workshop. We are very happy. What exactly our motive is there, that was succeeded. Thank you one and all. Particularly, I must thankful for the Dr. Gajendra Babu, who is the degree lecturer in the Osmania University. He is now working in degree colleges and is also working in the Commissionerate of College Education. He is provided these all facilities, Zoom line and everything. Whenever we are asking department, he is ready. He is the first person to provide the facility. Definitely, the department, students, teachers, faculty, principals, definitely. We must thankful to the Gajendra Babu who has given this opportunity, technical support, and our people who has done in the department. Mr. Naveen, recently appointed under the Group 4, he also provided this all the coordination of technical support. And also I must thankful the Kavita madam who initiated to take up this program as coordinator. And I must thankful for everybody, administrators who are there in the Department of Commerce, Osmania University, along with principal, other head and dean and VOS and registrar of Osmania University, registrar of Palamur University. Definitely, I'm very much thankful for sparing this time for benefit of the students. Thank you one and all. This program is free of cost. Everybody should utilize these resources to improve your career, improve your personality, improve your future career. Thank you one and all. Over to Kavita madam.
Thank you very much, sir, for
Yeah.
your wonderful presentation of report writing. We have the end of all the technical sessions. Still, if anyone having doubts regarding the project report, we have with us Dr. Shaker, Principal of UCT DM, to clarify your doubts. So the doors are open for you. Anyone having any doubts, please clarify your doubts.
Yeah, I request one by one, each college, one principal or one faculty member collect the queries from the students. And with 10 minutes, we can close this program within 10 minutes. You ask any question, any doubts, anything, so that we try to resolve the problem. Particularly for certificate, we are sharing the link in the chat box. So that chat box, whoever is presented students, please circulate to the student presented students only, so that student can fill the feedback link. They will be getting certificate immediately. Now I'm sharing. Meanwhile, you can collect the questions from the students and you can ask the questions so that we try to resolve some questions or queries from the different students. Anybody can unmute and talk about this. Any feedback, any questions or anything or something you can say, so that shall we continue this same program in the future or not, or we'll divide into university wise something. You can tell like that. Unmute and speak, somebody. Whoever will speak, we will make your screen big. Something we will do. Now I am sharing the feedback link in the chat box. I request all the principals, faculty members, kindly share this feedback link into your students presented groups.
Unmute, please, sir. Sir, unmute and speak, please.
Come on, unmute. Nilima.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Nandini Raghunatha.
Yes, sir. I'm faculty from Dignitary and PG College, AS Ravnagar.
Which college?
My students our degree and college, AS Ravnagar, sir.
Okay, voice getting. No, one by one. Let Nandini speak. Madam, come on, speak out.
So my student query is, if they go for live, what is the minimum time assigned to
Totally blur. Your voice is not getting. Please make it clear.
So my student query is that if they go for live project, what is the minimum time duration can we assign them?
Minimum time for which one you are asking?
For live projects, sir.
Live projects, whenever they are in 5th sem. Yeah. Let it be. We are talking about BCom students, not for PG student. This program is BCom, not BBA, not MBA, not MCom. Please remember, because of level of student, we are advising the presentation of paper, presentation of study, data analysis and selection of topic, everything based on the student capability. We are advising all these PPTs. So kindly for BBA student, we have faculty of management. They will advise according to the faculty regulations. That is a different. So many people have asked me whether BBA student can be included in this program. Kindly not include, because BBA student will have separate faculty. They will advise how to do the project. Accordingly, you have to do BBA. And regarding BCom student, they can spend after 5th semester, start their project, do that project. Within 1 month, they can collect the data. If they are not having time, within 1 week also they can collect the data. First 2 days or 3 days, they can download the annual report and analysis the annual report towards marketing, towards finance, towards operation, towards HR practices, something they can do within 2 or 3, 4 days. After that, they can go to the concerned authorities of that particular company, or they can send email, or they can talk to the concerned people on phone. By interview method, they can collect 1 or 2 questions data, and they can present the supporting of secondary data. They can present with primary data in the reports. That's enough. If you want to do shortcut method 2020 match, within 1 or 2 weeks you can finish off. If you want to do as a special career of the student life, definitely you can do with the minimum of 6th semester from starting to ending. This is my advice. Anything more?
For level of student, we are
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So Nandini, please mute, madam. Next, we'll go to next. Somebody is speaking. Who is that? Please introduce yourself.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Anusha? Dr. Anusha?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please
Yes,
speak
sir.
out. Please speak out.
Sir, our student query is give some guidelines to prepare theoretical framework, sir.
Excellent, madam. Within 1 or 2 seconds, I will finish off. Theoretical framework. For example, you are not taking any company, you are not taking any big institution. You wanted to do about some branding. Why Samsung phone is using by all the graduated student? Why iPhone is using? Why one particular brand is using? You have to write about cell phone brandings, how the cell phone is changed with different generations. What is smartphone? This is conceptual framework. What is smartphone? What is earlier phone? What is future phone? This is all prediction about your particular concept. That conceptual framework, you can collect the data from online, secondary data, and you can also add with future prediction with different articles and some other data, and you can establish the secondary data, and you can write about that particular product. We are not talking about any XYZ company. We are talking about one product, one concept, one particular branding, one particular thing. That conceptual framework can be prepared in second chapter. Milestone of that particular branding, that particular cell phone, how the cell phone is developed, how it is become smartphone, how this can be in the future, AI phone, and it will be without phone only. The how PPT is displaying on the walls, we can also use cell phone using displaying just like a PPT. So like that, there is a lot of developments in the future. We can expect that all futures, that all predictions, that all AI tools, we can write as a conceptual work. Okay. Yeah. Any more?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Next, anybody? If anybody is any administration or anything, something you can say. Naveen Adala. Yeah. Any feedback? Anything?
Hello.
Dr. Naveen Adala recently awarded PhD.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, he is from Telangana University. Kamareddy is working in social welfare
Tribal welfare
residential. Yeah, tribal welfare residential college. I'm happy to share he is my PhD student. Yeah. Anybody?
Sir, it is one of the hello.
Yeah. Tell me, Naveen.
One of the most informative
Pallavi, please wait. Naveen is speaking. Yeah. Please speak out, Naveen.
It is one of the best sessions, sir. Like it is very informative for the students as well. Sir, one more suggestion from my side, sir.
Yeah, please.
So whatever the projects which are there in the entire state, and it is better to conduct some competition like that. Then only we can issue that ISBN books, sir.
Exactly.
Because
Pallavi, please wait. I want to answer the Naveen question. This is a good question, Naveen. Among the students, we are conducting Prerana program. Prerana program throughout the state. Out of their project knowledge, they can present with academic and non-academic activities, one Prerana. And we have Vanijya program from the Department of Commerce. These two programs we are conducting throughout Telangana. Okay. And another one, your Commissioner of Collegiate Education and Social Welfare College, maybe society is also planning to conduct among the colleges. There will be some competitions. Earlier also is conducted. Better sources, Dr. Gajendra Babu can speak out this because already they conducted many programs for the competition between the UG students. Yeah, so we'll do again. We can plan many things like this, particularly on project performance. Also, we can conduct a program. If you come forward, definitely we'll plan that program, Naveen. Yeah, anybody earlier, Pallavi, somebody is speaking. Anybody?
Sir.
Yeah, Sabia Begum. Anybody? Come on, unmute and speak. Sabia Begum.
अरे मेरा आवाज है
आवाज आ रहा अम्मा
Sir,
बात
good
कर सकते
afternoon, sir. This
Yeah,
is
good afternoon.
Pallavi from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar College.
Very good, Pallavi. Speak out. Yeah, come on, speak out.
Hello.
Yeah, speak out, Pallavi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Come on, speak out. Anybody next?
Okay.
See, lot
Shall
of
we go through the sir, shall we go through the cosmetics or automobiles industry for doing the project, sir?
excellent, Amma. You can do.
Cosmetics and automobiles.
Yes, cosmetics. You can.
Cosmetics and automobiles.
Cosmetics is a conceptual study or comparison of two brands. Comparison of two brands you can make, or why that particular cosmetics are used among the graduate students, among the society, among the locality. Something you can take it up and you can do. And even automobile engineer, two-wheelers, four-wheelers, vehicles, comparison of Maruti and Tata, comparison of Bajaj and something. You can take TVS, Hero Honda and comparison, sales comparison, marketing strategies comparison, financial performance comparison, market share comparison. You can do excellent reports which can be providing to companies also. Company will feel excellent report or studying by the student, which can be utilized by the companies, which can be utilized by the society. This report you will give it to your commissionerate or maybe your society somewhere, so that the stakeholders will publish your project. The students are doing excellent report. This is the findings. The Bajaj company is getting these type of models, these type of benefits, these type of profits. Excellent. I am suggesting all the students look into your local area, what brands are there, what companies are there. Nizamabad, what type of production is there. You just inquire with your local area, your surroundings, your residents, ask your parents, ask your neighbors, ask your relatives, collect some data, present on this college research platform, so that this can be reported into the department, university somewhere, which can be the source of research, source of scientific information to the society. So because of time limit, only one question can be taken. Anybody?
So can we take up business intelligence, sir?
Definitely, Amma. Business intelligence, artificial intelligence, dynamic ticketing. How artificial intelligence, recently my student has done, PhD student has done, how artificial intelligence is developing, relating to the commerce, how ticketing is creating, how accounts is creating, how finance is estimating, how gold rate, artificial intelligence already expected because of social factors, American political changes and environmental changes. and Middle East changes. Based on all these international changes, how gold rates are changing, it was given to the artificial intelligence. It was calculated and it was estimated gold rate will goes from 70,000 to 84,000 today. Tomorrow, how much it will goes, it was automatically calculated. Only factors influencing should be given to inputs so that it will be calculated. It's the best thinking. We can estimate prediction of this, but my request, Zymol should not be there. Zymai something. You should write your name on the phones and somewhere. This faculty member should change your title of your participation. Should not be a cell phone number. Should not be something. You put it Dr. Ravi, Dr. Gajendra, Dr. Naveen. Like this, you can write it. Because this is not the end of our program. We will be having a series of programs like this. We will be utilizing the platforms for the students. Okay. Yeah, let us close. But my last information, listen. Feedback link is already given in the chat box. We have 4-5 types of WhatsApp groups. Department of Commerce WhatsApp group for workshop, project report, degree lecturers oka group. This is GL. Government lecturers group is one. Private lecturers 2 groups. Social welfare 4 groups. There are 4 groups of workshops. Last 5 years we are following after Corona. So that groups, please share your attendance which was taken in the classroom where the student are presented. I am trusting the faculty members. Please send a attendance in the white paper, clearly visible, share into the WhatsApp group. This is one. Second thing, you please fill up the feedback link which was given in the chat box. I will also share into the WhatsApp group. Please fill up the feedback link who are presented only, please, not to encourage absent people. So please fill up the present people feedback link. Once it is filled up, automatically the certificate will be generated, will be sending to their concerned emails. But the problem is per day, only 800 mails will be sending. According to this package, 800 mails certificates will receive. First in, first out. Please don't speak. The first in, first out method, 800 per day. Students will get certificates. All the students, please wait till your term comes. You will get a certificate. It will take, I think it will take 10 days because we have 30,000 of students. I don't know how much time it will take. It may be 30 days sometimes. So please wait. FIFO method, certificate computer will generate automatically. Your term is you have to send feedback link so that computer automatically generating certificates. It will be sending per day 800. Like that, your term will come. Who will first, who will second, we don't know. Whoever is submitting immediately, you will come in the serial order so that computer will make the serial order. Will send 800 certificate per day. Like that, it will take maybe 10 days or 20 days. I don't know. Everybody will get certificate. Don't worry. Don't call me again and again for this regard. Okay. So link is clear. Feedback is clear. 3 sessions are completed. So can I go back to Kavita madam, coordinator? Any more? So thank you one and all once
Excuse me,
again.
sir. Feedback link is not sent through chat.
Chat box lo undamma, WhatsApp lo kuda pedtanu nenu. Mahesh, I will put into the WhatsApp. Student matram nannu adugutunnana, please. I want to assign to the principal, faculty members. I can answer for the faculty members. I cannot speak 50,000 students, 30,000 student. Please, you talk to your concerned teacher. The teacher will communicate to me so that I can help you. Okay. This is the formula which we can follow so that minimization of the communication problems. Okay. The feedback link after completing this session, I will send again into WhatsApp. It is already there in chat box. It is appearing. I'm looking into chat box. It's very clear. Gajendra Babu is already given. Naveen is already given. It is there link. It is showing very clearly. Okay. But if you are still not getting in the chat box in this Zoom platform, you can see into the WhatsApp groups. You can fill up only presented students. You will generate the certificates. Okay. So
Hello.
thank you one and all.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me, madam.
Sir, see, this is the first time I'm taking research subject. So
Okay.
can the lecturers also get the certificate for that, sir?
That we will talk about, madam, because this is completely student project report seminar workshop.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So
Sir,
let it be
I
this
want
time, this
to,
certificate, let it be. So this time, let it be students will get certificates. Okay. Any
okay,
faculty members wants, your details already received in the yesterday's WhatsApp group. So many people have already sent your names. We are already
okay.
prepared in Excel sheet. Okay. One student is getting certificates. We'll talk about teachers. Okay.
Okay.
Whoever wants,
Sir,
you just raise the request in the group. We will send it to this your concerned email. Yeah.
sir, one more thing, sir. Can we select the topic like the impact of artificial intelligence on employment level?
Why not? You can.
Yeah, yeah.
That you
At
can.
the,
That you
uh,
can do best. But first time I am requesting your name should not appear something Jaime 2211113117.
I'll change it, sir.
Please change
Yeah,
that
yeah,
one.
sir.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. Any more? Yeah.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Over to Professor Kavita Devi, madam, coordinator of the program.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And bring it out. Now, both are standing. Good afternoon to one and all. As we come to the conclusion of this insightful workshop, I would like to deliver the on behalf of Department of Commerce, Osmania University. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Gagan Naresh Reddy, Minister of Osmania University, for his radiant sources of sharing valuable knowledge and
కొద్దిగా వాయిస్ క్లియర్ రావట్లేదండి, కొద్దిగా చూడండి. ఇప్పుడు క్లియర్ ఉంటుంది. కమాన్ స్పీక్ అవుట్.
my words are not enough to express my gratitude thanks to our guest of honor, Senior Professor D. Chennappa, Registrar of Palamur University, Mehboob Nagar, who graced us with his thought-provoking address. Such a perfect platform for our online workshop. I would like to thank our beloved Head Department of Commerce, Professor M. Gangadhar, for all his support for making this online workshop instrumental. I would like to thank Professor Krishna, Faculty of Commerce, Osmania University, inspired us and innovative in our respective fields. I would like to thank Chairman Board of Studies and Chief Session Resource Persons Professor A. Patrick for his words of wisdom and knowledge. I thank our principal and the resource person of the session, Professor Indrakanti Shekhar, for his commitment and tireless efforts, whose hard work and dedication made this workshop possible and success. I thank Professor C. Ranjini, the resource person, for her valuable insight ideas with a great invoking presentation. I thank all the professors in the department and the professors of Constituent Colleges, Osmania University. I also thank Dr. Gajendra Babu, the Government Degree College lecturer, for accommodating the Zoom platform. I also thank Naveen Gaur, Junior Assistant, Department of Commerce, for his technical support. I would also like to express my appreciation to all the principals and the lecturers of different colleges for being a part of success of this online workshop and the wonderful students who have turned up in such a great number for their active involvement and enthusiasm throughout the online workshop. Special thanks non-teaching staff whose support was instrumental. Your contributions are greatly appreciated. I thank Electronic Media. Lastly, I encourage all of you to take insights and ideas gained from this workshop and apply them
మూడే
in the
వచ్చిన ఇంకోటి
construction
రావాలి.
of your project work. The discussion and the instruction have enriched our expertise, and I hope you found the session as valuable for mapping of your project work. Let us continue to share the knowledge and support one another in our endeavors. Once again, I thank all for your cordial cooperation and grand success today's online workshop. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
It's a wonderful. Somebody already posted photos. Somebody already posted attendance. And really, we are congratulating Kavita madam for making all this program successful and patiently. She's from starting to ending, she was made coordinated with all the teachers. Congratulations, madam. And I must congratulate all the students who are participated in this program. Really, these photos and attendance, what we are receiving, excellent. It is. I requesting all the people who are looking into WhatsApp, you can see. So that all attendance with a signature, student signatures is posting. It's excellent. If we do this genuinely, our students will be very genuine, and our project, our academics will be very genuine. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Shall we leave the program? Shall we stop the program? Online program? Yes, madam. Shall we stop the program?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, one and all. Once again, if any queries, please post into WhatsApp group. All the best, all the success for BCom people,
Thank you,
commerce
sir.
students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.